For real? Oh no. Let's go.
Boston
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA, USA, USA.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Franchise Tag Tuesday. March 3rd, 2026. This program begins now.
Sports
Are fantastic. And today, football is obviously going to be a huge piece of the conversation because franchises all around the NFL are deciding whether or not to utilize the franchise tag or the transition tag on a player that they don't want to see hit the market. Now, the franchise tag not necessarily beloved by the player's perspective. I once was a franchise tag player. My contract came up, and there's a new general manager in town who did not necessarily respect my Twitter account, although I think we think now at this point probably should have. He certainly did not. We did not get along at the time. We did not see eye to eye. He was not there when I was drafted. He had no loyalty to me. So in return, if we all know how I operate now and how everything has gone, I'll let him know that there's no loyalty between us. Jim Irsay had to step in and say, hey, McAfee's not going anywhere. Boom, franchise tag the next day. All of a sudden, I'm told by a lot of other players that I should not be happy. But what I saw was $2.1 million being guaranteed to me to kick a football over the next 12 months. I was pumped to sign that thing. Signed that thing, headed straight to Niagara Falls with Nick Moraldo and his little brother. And we had an absolute blast up there in Canada. Back when Canada was good to me. You know?
That's right.
Those were good times up there. And the old casino, the new casino, the Frankenstein over the Burger King, let alone Boston Pizza. And then there's a place up there, you get a loony or toonie down there, the sun will set, but the sun also goes down. I mean, I had a blast up there in Niagara Falls as a teenager, and that was my first trip I went up there. And I started talking around to people like, hey, why aren't we signing? I'm a millionaire to kick footballs. What we're not happy about? Well, obviously, if you get hurt this year, then obviously your future production and every other position other than kicker and punter, the franchise tag is a lot of money, but it's certainly not the amount of money that whoever is getting franchise tag is worth. So today you got a day where players are getting guaranteed some money. Teams are restricting free agency for people, and hopefully a long-term deal will be struck. We shall see. But guys will be pissed whenever they are getting guaranteed this amount of money because in return what they're looking for is a little long-term stability and investment from the franchise in me, the person. This all goes down 4 p.m. Eastern time, so about 3 hours and 57 minutes or so. Teams will have a decision to be made. Breece Hall, congratulations, you've been franchise tag. Once again, he's not going to be happy about this.
No.
Okay, so these players are not necessarily thrilled about any of this. Well, it's a lot of guaranteed money. It's like, well, the reason why they're getting it is because the team doesn't want to see them go somewhere else because the money they're actually going to get is about to be absurd. The average of the top three, I believe, at your particular position, without all the bonuses, just average salary, without all the bonuses, is normally how they make up the franchise tag number. So then you obviously have differentiators there between what the market is and what you are. Most of the guys that are going to get franchise tagged are going to be number one or number two guys, and their big-term contracts will have bonuses in them. Those are not for this. This is just strictly a salary deal. So fascinating little thing. Certainly a lot of money. Not as much as the players want, and teams are able to say, you were going to be a free agent, but not anymore. We're going to pass the buck for at least another year. Players can still get traded once they sign a franchise tag. Players can still sign long-term deals once they sign a franchise tag. And players can opt to not sign a franchise tag and say, I'm not doing any of this. And then it gets really ugly, really public, and we all have to talk about it. Yep. That's basically what Franchise Tag Tuesdays is in a nutshell. And we're thankful to be here. Team USA has their first practice game against the San Francisco Giants today. Paul Skeens will be on the bump. The lineup is absurd. Yep. I mean, they put the lineup up, and it's just like, oh, I know who that is. Bobby Witt Jr. got a chance to see him yesterday. He's got fat ass as well. I mean, these dudes are giants.
Yeah, they are.
They are barbarian-like gentlemen.
Well put together.
All of them. I mean, it was spectacular getting to watch them do their thing in person. Paul Skeens heading to take a dump right there as you see that particular jog. His vibe's immaculate. The entire squad pumped up, and it feels like they understand that they're representing for our country, and after what the hockey teams did, they are very evident today. They are proud to have USA across the board. They got Brazil on Friday in their first game, then they got Great Britain, then they're playing Mexico, then they're playing Italy. Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants will be the ace against Brazil. Tarek Skubal will throw 55 pitches against Great Britain. Go get your money. You got to do your thing.
Yeah.
Why are you saying any of this stuff, though, Scoobs? Let D-Row, the skipper, be the one to say, we're holding back because we understand what's on the line here. He doesn't need to be the one coming out saying absolutely any of this.
No.
His team... I told Boris that yesterday. I don't like that this is happening. Now an official pitch count has come out. This guy's unbelievable at baseball. He's also on the precipice of generational wealth and also baseball wealth. So nobody in baseball wants to see him get hurt or waste any reps or do anything like that. But he wants to be a part of Team USA, I would assume. So they kind of met in the middle, but they don't need to be publicly saying all this thing because all it does is make this guy look bad, especially when everybody else on the team is like, I am very thankful to be here. He is also thankful to be there. They're just trying not to give up $700 million here that is potentially going to go his his way, depending upon how all the negotiations go. And then Skeens will start against Mexico. The Aces are absolutely ready to go for the Team USA, and we're so thankful for the hospitality yesterday. MLB kind of put me in a little bit of a spot.
What was that?
They posted on X. They posted just one of my pitches.
I know.
I had a lot of pitches. Now, other pitches did look like that particular, but what was this?
Well, that's what
I had a lot of pitches. That wasn't my only pitch, MLB, and you know that because your Instagram social media team kind of showed the full kind of what was happening. Mm-hmm. That was to walk Clayton Kershaw there. Sure. That was the fourth ball at that particular case. There were other balls. That was certainly the worst one whenever we got in there. Pitching's hard, man. I'm gonna let you know, and everything hurts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, everything hurts today. Everything. That ball's too small. Okay, I didn't grow up playing baseball. I grew up with the right ball.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I like the baseball culture. Okay, I'm learning more and more about it. But I'm spinning pigskin my whole life.
Always.
That thing big. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That little tiny ball down there. My fingers didn't even know really what to do. There was a couple of times where I was like, it hurt. I mean, everything in me hurt yesterday. So you'll see how that all pans out. We're obviously filming. Captain Judge, I appreciate the hell out of him doing what he was doing. Had some people saying, this guy, not a captain. It's like everybody in there is like, hey, you're the guy. Yeah. D-Rose said he was his first call, you know, so a lot of people are wondering how this all came to be. Well, D-Rose's first call was there, and Judge saying, hey, we need you on the squad. That guy is our skipper right there. Icon.
Yeah,
okay?
legend.
This guy is the greatest. We are so. He looks good in the uni too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks good in the uni. Hey, D-Ro, I don't know what you've been doing, but I don't know if you're on the same stuff I'm on, but
Jack. A lot of the coaching staff.
I was gonna say.
Oh, the mayor.
Yeah.
Dino.
How about Andy Pettit? What's he doing, by the way? Shit talking me the entire time.
Yeah.
Andy looked good though.
Dino.
Coached you up.
Also, Andy did coach you up.
Yeah.
He made that adjustment and went well.
Yeah, until it didn't. But we appreciate the opportunity to be around greatness yesterday. We understood what was happening. We knew we shouldn't have been there, and how kind Bryce Harper did with one of the boys, it feels like,
man.
which is so phenomenal. It was very, very cool to meet her. Met Tony's boy, Roman Anthony up there. I mean, Paisan's got a
Yeah,
he does.
He's
Yeah.
jacked up. Bregman had some pop.
21 years old. Yeah, Bregman was put into a batting practice group of gold, I guess, would be the case. Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper, Schwarbo, Bregman. Okay, so whenever you look at the humans that were going into the backstop, I don't know what the hell that is.
cage.
The cage, okay, sounds smart. Into the cage. It's like Judge gets in there, fucking giant, okay? Bryce Harper gets in there, and you just hear the thing. Schwarbo gets in there. This one's for Fernando. Boom. And then Breggs gets in there. He's clearly shorter than him, all of them. Clearly smaller than him. And then all of a sudden, you just see some violent pop off the ball.
He's strong as an ox.
We got dogs all over the place. They were so incredibly kind to us. They have their first practice game today against the Giants over there at Papago, I would assume, or Scottsdale, whatever it is. And we're very excited for World Baseball Classic. And if you're not, that just means you haven't experienced it yet. These first couple games they got on Brazil and Great Britain and then Mexico as a team, the boys might, and we learned this, there is a 10-run and a 15-run rule.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
At certain spots. The boys are taking a lot of pride in like, hey, let's go do this. Let's go win this thing. All eyes are on the Dominican and Japan.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And with what World Baseball Classic is going to become, we think, over the next couple of weeks, we are so thankful that they allowed us in there to kind of learn a little bit more and do our thing. And let's go win that thing. We also have, obviously, conversations about everything else happening around sports. We have three-time Olympic gold medalist Mikaela Shiffrin joining us in about 30 minutes or so. Cannot wait to talk to her. She's a GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
30 years old.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. Especially with the Lindsey Vonn info when we were learning about her, how long she's been around. I assume Mikaela, because we've known her seemingly forever now, decades at this point, in doing her thing. Difference is she does slalom. Okay, I guess Lindsey Vonn is more of a downhill. Mm-hmm. So these are two different versions of alpine skiing where they're going way too fast for me and living on the edge literally at all moments. And she's done that for America seemingly forever. 30 years old. So we got another 10, 15 years, 20 years of Mikaela Shiffrin dominance. We're thankful she will be joining us. And then Adam Schefter will join us in a second hour just to see what he's hearing here on this Franchise Tag Tuesday. It should be glorious. Let's go over to the talk show table. It's been a while. At Boston Connor. At Ty Schmidt. Good to see you boys, Conman.
Yeah, great to be back. It is awesome to be here back in the saddle, especially from, the combine to Team USA
Little bit of a
baseball.
run here.
Little bit of a runaway. Little bit of a run. It is awesome, though, and you mentioned it. Sports are kind of flying right now. It's great to have the World Baseball Classic. College basketball is picking up. We've learned, January, February, Cam Boozer is kind of a new motto that some Duke fans
Yeah, instead
are
of
picking
March.
up. Yeah, instead of March, they're saying Boozer, which is awesome. But yeah, Duke, they're rolling. I think Arizona just won their conference yesterday. Michigan State, all of it. It's incredible.
Yeah, college basketball should be spectacular. We might have a pretty big name joining us for the rest of college basketball. So
Okay.
we might. I don't know. I missed one already on this. So that is a part of it.
MJ is going to leave NBC.
College
Rothstein?
basketball. We're talking college basketball. This 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler. It's not anarchy. D-Butch, great to see you. You're fantastic. Thank you for traveling out to Arizona for yesterday. So much fun. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tony's here. Tone, I don't know what the odds were on the Seattle Seahawks franchise tagging Kenneth Walker, but breaking, they will not be franchise tagging the Super Bowl MVP. So that means they're going to be working a long-term deal with Kenneth Walker. I don't think I see a team just go ahead and letting a Super Bowl MVP running back leave the building, but I would trust John Schneider with whatever move he wants to make at this point. I believe he is certified. Now, who now is poised, what did Schefter say there, to become an unrestricted free agent when the new league year opens. There's going to be a lot of people interested.
Yeah.
Whenever there's 126 million people watch you take over a game and win a game when there wasn't a lot of points or offensive anything, there's going to be a lot of people interested in Kenneth Walker in this modern era of the run game is the most important part of the offense. Not that it hasn't been forever, but there was certainly an era of NFL football where the run game was just kind of viewed as like, yeah, I got to have it, but doesn't really matter. Now we're in a standpoint. You go back to Saquon Barkley, you go back again. Now you got Kenneth Walker winning the MVP in the Super Bowl. The run game has to be real. And if you have a guy that can make people miss and a guy that can explode and break through the second level, I mean, there's a chance Kenneth Walker does something for the running back market that we haven't seen, D-Bud.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a couple guys in that running back space that should be paid here. But, I mean, what he can do in the run game and with the ball in the air, and if another team does get him, they won't be afraid to pay him because you look at him, he's been splitting carries with Charbonnet, so you would think he's got a lot of tread left on those tires, man. But, yeah, putting on that show that he did in the playoffs and then the Super Bowl, I would be shocked if Snyder lets him out of that building. Remember the last, the LOB days when they had Marshawn, he was kind of there. He put it all on his back, so I expect them to keep 9 in that building, or at least try their best to.
It would be hard just to let that guy leave after winning the Super Bowl MVP. But, hey, once again, we trust Schneider.
That's right.
We trust not to throw a football for charity.
No.
Okay, we won't ever do that to
No.
him again. We certainly won't do that. But we certainly trust that he'll make the right decision for the team going forward because he's already done that. Now, team is up for sale. Does that change anything on how they spend money on who and what position? I don't think so. But good luck to all parties. Congrats, Kenneth, getting a long-term deal, dude.
Yeah. Boom.
Earned it, brother. Joining us now is from the baseball world. Ladies and gentlemen, it just got announced that he re-signed with ESPN to be the face of the baseball for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Multi-year.
All right, what are we guessing? We're guessing 5?
20.
27.
I think he's a savage.
You're saying 23-year deal?
No, 3.
Okay,
yeah.
you were
20-year.
20-year deal?
I'm with Butchie.
Lock him up.
I mean, there's a chance that he did sign a 20-year deal at this point strictly because he is a suit. Now, that would be a terrible decision for Jeff Passan to sign a 20-year deal, but maybe he just wanted a little comfort. Maybe he wanted to get comfortable. And what we know is that whenever he's talking ball, we're listening. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who knows everything about everything, Jeff Passan. Congrats on a new deal. 5?
Am I supposed to say?
How many years?
Yeah, it's good for you, so we know when you're up, brother. Yeah, I mean, listen, you do. I'm not going to get you in any shit with anybody. I'm assuming it's a 4 or 5 year deal. Did you work an opt-out in your favor or no?
No opt-outs, no deferred money, nothing like that. Just just straight up.
He'll be around.
We don't know what the salary cap is, so I mean, we got to work a little salary cap gymnastics. I would like to say, Jeff Passan, you've gotten to a stage of your life where you should be looking at an opt-out at least at some point in your contract so you can renegotiate that thing and get to fair market value. But we are very pumped and thankful that ESPN decided to do the right thing and bring you back, buddy.
Hell yeah.
That's a good decision, we think.
Thank you. And let me say this. I am not just pumped to be back, but I'm incredibly appreciative of what you guys do for me and for baseball as well. And seeing you guys out there in Phoenix yesterday, it warmed my heart.
Yeah.
It really did. Because, it's taken some time, but I think you guys I think you get baseball now. I think you get why I love it and why every time I come on this show, I'd like to think that people see the passion I have for it and for this game, the people in it, and recognize that, in a world that is dominated by football, understandably so, there's room for other sports, and that baseball and the niche it has is pretty awesome.
Okay, so speaking of all of that, I think you are right. And the more we've gotten to know the baseball culture, remember, I was never around, actually never embedded in baseball culture in my entire life. Not as a kid. Hey, everybody does T-ball. No, I didn't even do T-ball. I did no baseball. So I don't know anything about the culture. I don't know anything about the people. You have done an incredible job, in my eyes, of informing me and others like me about what we should care about baseball, why we should care about baseball. In the process of doing all that, we got new rules in the game. It feels like we got more star power than ever. And whenever you think about WBC, I think people that aren't baseball people are going to get locked into this. And I'm only saying that because a few years back at the last one, I was dialed in. Feels like Team America's ready to go, Jet. I know you weren't able to be out there yesterday because you were too busy signing new deals with ESPN, but the boys are locked in, it feels. What are your thoughts on Team USA, and is this the most stacked team in the history? And how do we vote against the Dominican Republic team and the Japanese, who are obviously the reigning WBC champs?
It is unquestionably the most stacked team. And all you have to do is just look at the lineup today in their exhibition game against the San Francisco Giants. Bobby Witt Jr., third best player in baseball leading off. Bryce Harper, superstar extraordinaire, hitting second. Aaron Judge, best hitter in the world, third. Kyle Schwarber, bombs fourth. Alex Bregman, Cal Raleigh, I think Roman Anthony's hitting seventh. Byron Buxton, eighth, Bryce Terang, ninth. That's a bunch of 1, 2, 3 hitters. And oh, by the way, Paul Skeens is going to be on the mound. And when you can come into a tournament like USA is right now, and you can go with Logan Webb, Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, and Nolan McLean. In the past, Pat, it's been difficult getting pitchers on board with the WBC just because it's such high-quality play early on, and guys usually aren't built up to the point where, frankly, they're ready to just go in and act like this is a playoff game. But that's what it feels like when you're wearing USA across the chest. When you're wearing Samurai Japan across the chest or Dominican Republic, it's just more meaningful. I covered 4 Olympics, Pat. I saw it up close and personal and didn't really understand what it meant until you see the athletes in that environment. They care more about this than they do just about anything, and that this is just sprouted up in the last 20 years and turned into what it has. I think you got to give baseball a lot of credit for having this idea that there really wasn't anything solid internationally, and so let's build something. And they've built something that I think is there to last.
And we would like to say thank you to MLB, who put the World Baseball Classic together, for not gatekeeping us out of MLB, and you as well. Because I know there's a lot of baseball purists and traditionalists because it's been around a long time. And believe me, I understand to be a fan of baseball, you got to be fully committed.
Pat, whoever those people are need to go away. Baseball is a game for everyone. It doesn't have to be your favorite sport. It doesn't have to be number one on the list. You can still love it regardless. Fan the way that you want to fan. And if it's casually or if it's diehard, as long as you're still looking at that game and saying, I like baseball, that's ultimately what matters.
Okay, so I appreciate you saying that. You've always been like that with me because I've said some things that don't make sense in baseball. Once again, because I don't get it. But the more I'm around it, the more I love it, genuinely. They had an infield practice yesterday.
Oh, man.
Got to watch. It was...
Dino was hitting a mean fungo.
Yeah, Dino...
Poetry in motion.
Dino from the Dodgers. Dino Devil.
Dino Abel's about as good with the fungo bat as anyone out there.
Yeah, I guess he put up a perfect game yesterday.
Yeah,
and even hit pop-ups to the catcher that, from my understanding...
So high.
Very impossible with the bat. I guess that is a tough thing to do with the bat. He was the fungo bat or whatever he was using. So there he is. This man is an icon. Also has thrown for, I think, 3 home run derby champs.
Yep.
And was also throwing BP for the boys yesterday. And then, he's got the fungo bat, too, flying around as they're doing it. That Dino fella.
He's a weapon.
Hey, he loves it. Yeah, I mean, he was throwing it out there. I need to do a little bit of that. Maybe I should have been watching him a little closer while I was doing it. Okay, let's start chit-chatting about Tarek Skubal. Okay, so he obviously I don't like that this has happened. You could probably tell me why it has happened. We had Scott Boras on the show yesterday. We understand the way he operates at the Boras Corporation. Obviously, Scooble is one of his guys. He said there was 50 lawyers in there for his particular arbitration. The largest difference in the history of arbitration was $13 million. It came out, I don't know who put it out, whether it was the Tigers that released it or Scooble's people released it. Like, hey, he's only doing, right after the men's and women's hockey gold medal, everybody's riding this high at Team USA, and then it comes out, Scuba's only pitching one game, so get the most you can out of this guy, okay? And then it comes out, he's only throwing 55 pitches, this guy. So depending on how they do it, I don't think they should have said anything. I think if they would have had a conversation with D-Row, I think D-Row would have been like, we'll manage it. Let him take the bullets. Let D-Row be like, Scuba's on generational wealth. We got other pitchers. We're trying to take care of our guy. If we need him, we'll do that. But that seemingly wasn't the angle here. How should we be viewing what's going on? How common is this? And when does he get his deal done with whoever? Is that very near future or is that after this season?
That's going to be after this season unless Detroit does something which nobody in the industry anticipates, which is paying him enough to lock him up long term. And, you know, when you're Tarek Skubal, coming off of 2 consecutive Cy Youngs, best pitcher in baseball, and you have the opportunity to get a larger contract than any pitcher in the history of the game, you got to be a little careful. Like, I get it. I don't like it. I get it, though. Yeah. And look, you got to look out for yourself. And the fact that he gets to wear Team USA's uniform, I think, was important to him. And, you know, at the end of the day, Tarek Skubal just wants to be healthy at the end of the season. Because if he is, he's going to get $400+ million in free agency.
And we understand that, I think. I think we understand that. I just think it was a stupid idea to make it sound like it was coming from Skubal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like the way it was reported, it was like this is Skubal's decision. Skubal would probably go pitch every game in this Team USA if he could. If I had to guess, he'd be an absolute dog. So this is the business people around him making this decision, which once again, best maybe in the history of sports around him making these decisions. But we should have pawned that shit off on D-Row. Like, we should have pawned that off on Rossi, Sean Casey, Andy Pettit. We should have pawned it off on them saying, hey, this guy's about $500 million. Like, we all have been in this situation before. We're just happy he's here. Now, on that note, what does that mean for the pitching rotation for Team USA? Because Skeens is in. How many games should we expect him to pitch? How about Logan Webb out of San Francisco Giants? How many games should we expect him to pitch out there? What about all these other pitchers that are listed? What should we be expecting from these studs? And how many games in total are we needing to win the entire WBC, Jet, for America?
There are going to be 7 games if you get to the finals. And so Tarek Skubal dropping out, listen, it's never great when the guy who's the best pitcher in the world is not going to be there for you when you could have had him. But Logan Webb is just so consistent. Going to be starting game 1. Paul Skeens, you know, right there in lockstep with Skubal for best pitcher in the world. He's going to be around to the end. And I think there's a realistic possibility, Pat, that Nolan McLean, a guy who's had a half dozen big league games in his career, who's going to be a rookie this season, could potentially be starting the finals if Team USA makes it there. And you see all the other names on the screen there. You know, there are legends like Clayton Kershaw, who's probably going to come in either an emergency role or in a blowout game. But the number of high-end pitchers that Team USA has this year is so much better than they've had in past seasons. You know, in past WBCs, they've run out sort of like mid-level starters. They haven't had the studs. This is the first time that they've had real buy-in on the pitching side. And that's why I think Team USA is the favorite in this WBC. As successful as Japan has been, not just the last time around, but winning 3 of these things, and as much talent as there is with the Dominican Republic, nobody can compete with Team USA just in terms of pure talent right now. But baseball's a funny game, man. Talent doesn't always win. And one thing that Team USA has not been able to do over the last couple times is really lock this thing down.
We're going to.
They need to. They have to, because I don't know the next time around whether they're going to have as much talent as they do right now. This might be the most talent we ever see on a Team USA.
D-Row's going to say, we're going to have the most talent every time, okay? We're going to do that. They've taken an approach of, they've been recruiting since last March. I mean, they've been putting together plans since last year, and I only just so happened to be on a bus in which some of it was being discussed, and I just poked my ear in and started listening. I'm like, ooh, I'm fascinated by this. And I start getting some background information. It's like that entire coaching staff, all the boys, by the way, all ex-players, legends out there,
all the boys.
They've been taking trips to people saying, hey, this is what we're looking for. This is what we're hoping for. We have to, right? Don't we kind of have to for Japan? And from my understanding, now Scuba's got a different animal on best picture and you got to do his thing. But everybody was like, yeah, if they signed up for it, it's like, yeah, we ain't losing this shit. So it feels like it's a very locked-in group.
Pat, you know where it started? It started with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge was the first one to commit. And Aaron Judge just has such immense respect from his peers. The way he conducts himself, the way he trains, the way he just operates in New York, which is an extraordinarily difficult place to play. And he does it in a manner that is both welcoming and accommodating, but also holding others accountable. And I think it's like, if Aaron Judge is signing up, what excuse does anyone else have? Right? Yeah. Like, he is the best hitter in the world. He's the captain of the New York Yankees. If he's going to be there, why aren't you?
Yeah, and I think D-Row said Judge was first call. Okay, so then whenever he knew that if Judge goes in, it'll be an easier sell for everybody else. But like Paul Skeens, I don't know how his big ass was ever going to fit in a fighter jet. I genuinely have no idea how that was ever going to happen.
He wasn't.
I don't think that. I don't even think his ass was going to be able to get in there. I'm sure he would have made it happen. But like playing for America for all these, like Bryce Harper talking about how like in JOs I played for America and what it was like to kind of do it. It felt really cool yesterday. I don't know how long that lasts. I know they're living in hotels for the next few weeks. Obviously, families will come and go. Their season seemingly starting earlier than before. They're away from their teams. Like I don't think they're making money. Bryce Harper's have no idea what the money is. So, like, I don't know how long the juice will last for this entire thing, but it feels like they're about to give it a go for the country, which I respect. Okay, we know you got to get out of here soon. Ty is the last question for you.
Yeah, so speaking of that, Jet, and this might be the best collection we'll ever get, but with baseball not being in the Olympics anymore, and I know that right now it is kind of the perfect storm in terms of everything that just happened with hockey and all that kind of stuff, but do you expect this to kind of be the expectation moving forward for the USA as a whole, where like this is the most important thing, before the season, and like we will have kind of the best of the best who will be signing up and playing for this? Like, do you think this tournament is going to continue to carry the kind of juice it has right now over the next several years, and it will be, kind of
a thing? Yeah,
like our version of because these guys are talking about winning a gold medal like it is an Olympic gold medal.
Right. Ultimately, is it ever going to stack up to the Olympics? No, probably not. And by the way, baseball is going to be in the Olympics in 2028. Oh, yeah. And there's some real optimism that big league players are going to be there as well. That being said, regardless of what the public thinks the WBC is, the players are bought in. And I think the more that the players are bought in, the more the public is going to go there with them. But what it all comes down to is this tournament needs to provide moments. And last time around, man, there were some real moments. Like that last at bat between Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, two teammates, two guys who love each other, in a one-run game in the championship with 2 outs in the 9th inning. It's like what every kid who has ever swung a bat in the backyard was thinking of. And we don't get a lot of those moments in meaningful games. We saw it in the World Series this year, but if the WBC can continue to provide that, I do think it's got real long-term health and sustainability, and is going to be something that Major League Baseball and the players can look at every year as something that they're really looking forward to.
We love the vibes. We love the energy. We cannot wait to watch. I know you got to see me one pitch, maybe, if you're on Twitter, couple more.
You looked great.
On Twitter, on Instagram, I threw a strike. They showed a strike. They showed a strike on Instagram.
I guess it was in the zone, but
you talking about that one?
Lord, Max.
That's Twitter.
That's Twitter.
That's the only one they posted on Twitter. That's misinformation.
You also acknowledged to Clayton, there's no way I'm going to throw it over the plate.
Yeah, and that wasn't the first time I said that, actually. There was a few other times where I said that throughout the entire process. I threw other pitches.
Patrick, I'll say this. You look damn good in the uniform, and that's what matters.
I'll tell you what.
Harper thought the same.
Yeah, I mean, Harper's just talking shit about all the peptides. I mean, the baseball guys immediately were just like, that's science in a nutshell right there. I'm like, all right, yeah, true, but valid, boys. That is valid. That is 100% valid. But I think my body type and some of my athletic abilities would have boded well for baseball. Now, I don't know if my attention span would have helped me in that sport. I think there's a lot of patience and things like that.
Look at the shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, we're lifting, Jet.
You'd have had to catch.
Jet, this is what lifting is. But on that note, I would have been very active. We would have been in there. What do you think happened between me and Kershaw hitting-wise? What do you think? We'll be releasing that video here in a little bit. What do you think happened for me and Kershaw hitting-wise?
I got to be honest, Kersh can rake a little bit. Like he was.
No, him pitching to me. Pitching to me.
Oh, him pitching to you?
Yeah, full inning. 3 outs.
Oh, you took him yard.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's brand new contract haver. Jeff Passan. Thank you, Jet. Yes.
Little tease.
I like that.
He knows ball.
Oh. Maybe, huh? You tell me.
You'll find out.
They just locked him up for 20 years.
Who, Jet?
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah, I'll say
After
anything.
that, he knows.
He said, I guess I'll say anything. 20-year deals sounds so good. And then you get 3 years into them, and you go, huh?
How many more I got?
When's this thing? 17 more?
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, when you sign this thing, right? This is what we wanted forever. Yeah, but him not saying how many years it was. He was like, am I supposed to say? It's like, you definitely want people to know when you were up, Jet, if you're going to be good at your job. Now, if you're going to be bad at your job, you do not want anybody to know when you're up. Jet Passan has been great for us and great for baseball. The World Baseball Classic is going to be awesome. Just please trust us. These first couple games are going to be boring because we are going to murder these teams. Okay?
But
which might be fun too.
Home run derby's happening
exactly.
in the name of America.
Hopefully.
Also sweet.
Yeah.
You know, that is also. Couple midnight hammer.
Look out.
All right, let's move along here. Now, there's some news coming out of the combine. Now, everything right now is smoke and mirrors whenever it comes to prospects, especially really good prospects. You never know what's real, what isn't real. There was something that kind of hit the internet. Sonny Styles, that was not his dad, turns out.
Well,
it was his dad, but we apologize. Two-time Big Ten, all Big Ten, NFL guy. We assumed that was possible.
Believable.
So just know, sir, you could potentially, I think, with modern science, get to that point.
Yep.
But it was only out of respect. Now, Caleb Dahn's, okay, there's a report coming out. And who knows what's real and what isn't, but we do know that even the people that aren't considered real, if their shit generates enough traffic, it does become a topic of conversation for people around the league, especially if it involves somebody who was deemed a Hall of Famer the first day they were on campus in Alabama. We reach out to the Downs family. The Downs family immediately sent us to a suit, sent a thumbs up, never going to do that. So then we go to a couple NFL teams, and we try to get a little follow-up on what we have heard. Multiple NFL teams have told us there is nothing in the medical that would deter us from bringing Caleb Downs in, especially with how great of a football player it is. It feels like this is a part of this entire process, and who knows what's real and what isn't, but we do know that like this kind of made its run on the internet. There's a lot of people from around the league, not fan bases, that were like, hold on, Howard, I was told Downs was flagged with partially torn meniscus this week. That's not a serious concern, but also being flagged with a potentially degenerative ACL. It's like these are big deals, obviously, whenever you're talking about investing millions of dollars into a player, especially one that could be a franchise player like Caleb Downs. But every NFL team we talked to, there wasn't one NFL team that we talked to this morning that said anything was wrong. And we talked to multiple. So this feels like it's all bullshit, but this is kind of the name of the game in this time, because that might be a team that likes him the most that is putting that out there, actually hoping that he will fall a little bit. So we got to stay on our P's and Q's here, I think, D-Bud.
Unfortunately, it's part of it, especially in this kind of day and age, in this environment. That could very well not be a team or the agent, just be a loser on the internet, or somebody just with some bad information trying to make a name for themselves and become the next, Mel Kiper, whoever it is out there. But Caleb Downs, he's a phenomenal football player. Like, we've watched him boots on the ground a few times at Alabama and O State last year in a national title run, and this year with the run all the way to the Fiesta Bowl. I mean, communication, tackling, like everything you want from a football player on that second and third level. That's what Caleb Downs is. You see a lot of impact players in the NFL right now who do multiple things, like a Kyle Hamilton or Nick Emenwari or these guys that are kind of Derwin, Witherspoon who had a huge Super Bowl. All these guys that can cover, that can blitz, that can tackle in open space, and just as importantly, communicate pre and post snap. And Caleb Downs provides all that. Second generation NFL guy. His brother's doing his thing here. I can't wait to see this guy on the next level. I hate that we have to deal with bullshit like this.
Just got a text from an NFL team who's watching while you're talking. Everything D-Buddy's saying is right. His stock won't drop because of any medical. There is no significant concern with the knee. Okay, that was enough. So that's like the fifth team there that has kind of said that. And I'm happy we're getting ahead of this because those types of things start to linger and then they take on a story of their own.
Yes,
and then all of a sudden this guy can't run anymore by the time the draft comes. And it's like, what? None of this is real. And Caleb Downs can't come out. If Caleb Downs was to come out publicly and be like, my knee's fine, people would be like, well, that's what I would say too. It's like this is the drawback of this type of shit. When there's billions on the line, and especially if you think that's what Caleb Downs could do for your team, which literally the first day he was on campus at Alabama, this is Saban's Alabama. Mm-hmm. The first day Caleb Downs showed up on campus, the OGs of the team, NFL guys, they told us directly, we're like, there's a gold jacket right there. That guy is a gold jacket guy. He obviously transfers over to Ohio State, national championship, has the time, best player on the field whenever he's on the field. So I guess these types of things are going to happen to those types of guys during this draft process. But we would just like to let fans know that there is also another story out there from the people that are making the decisions in the NFL saying, this ain't real. Now, will he have knee problems down the road? Like, is there a chance he has arthritis and shit in his knees?
Sure.
Potentially. Like, these are things that happen to a lot of guys, especially if they played a lot of sports or a lot of football. But this is happening to dudes all the time. So if you want to pick and choose what you put out to potentially build a narrative, that's certainly one thing. But every team we have talked to said this is a non-issue for us if it was coming to draft time.
And it feels like he never dealt with injuries. Like, you could basically say every human in the world has a potentially degenerative ACL. If we're really getting technical with it. All I can remember from Caleb Downs, especially from the field passes, is how fast he is and how whether there's 20 yards of open space and it's one-on-one with a guy, he makes a tackle every single time. I mean, he literally is one of the best football players we've probably been able to see up close and personal. He almost started the Rose Bowl off against Michigan with a pick six if J.J. McCarthy didn't throw a football 95 miles an hour. Like, he is unbelievable. And think about the guys that he's been around. He's played for Nick Saban, the greatest college football coach of all time. Then he has played in Matt Patricia's NFL-type defense. Like, between the smarts and the production, he is probably one of the best players on defense in the entire NFL or in college football.
Where do the sports books think he's going to get drafted right now?
He's listed anywhere. Top 10 is what everyone is expecting. Anywhere from 2 to 10. I've seen I can't remember who was at 10, but it was like he's probably not falling past there. Thank you very much. Bengals at 10, yes. If the Bengals, who are a team who have struggled on defense for so many years now, who have a great offense, if he gets past 10, that would be shocking. 12, there's no chance he gets past Dallas, in my opinion. But I've seen anywhere from the Jets at 2 all the way to 10, somewhere around there. He'll probably be up there.
Yeah, somebody's working here.
Yes, they want him to fall. They want him to fall farther than
you got a guy that improves your run in your pass defense immediately. Obviously a 3-down guy, but like that's what you need. We're in a 4-down league now, so you need a guy like that who's probably gonna play 99% of snaps. Maybe be a green dot guy, so he instantly improves. A lot of times you get a pass rusher, he may not help run defense. You may get an interior guy, he may not help pass rush. This guy does everything, and he's going to make the players around him better as well.
And didn't Fernando Mendoza do a interview at the Combine and say one of the teams told him, like, hey, could you get arrested?
Yes. Yeah.
So you could drop a little bit?
Yeah.
That is really how some of these teams are thinking, especially if it's a game-changing type player like Caleb Downs definitely is in this whole thing.
And especially when a lot of people are saying, hey, this guy might be the best player in the draft class. And just because of the position he plays, he's not necessarily going to go in the top 5. But I read an article this morning that it was an anonymous, scout or GM. I can't remember who it was specifically, but they said Caleb Downs would be a top 10 pick in the last 20 years every single year. So there's not one draft you look at and you wouldn't. That's how good this guy is.
Generational type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially from a family of athletes as well. Congrats to him on having to survive all the bullshit, because it's going to be a fortuitous draft night for you in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with all eyes headed that way. What's the date of that particular draft?
Oh, April 24?
Third, 4, yeah.
April 24th. I cannot wait.
20's the Monday.
Pittsburgh is going to be bananas.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there. I believe we're going to head out there on Tuesday. That The Football Town movie that is at the
Rave reviews.
Human Science Center.
That's not what I call it, but
We do, though. We know the story of why it's called that.
Yeah.
They should have kept Carnegie in there.
Thank you.
It should be the Cumin Carnegie Science Center is what it should be. April 23rd there in Pittsburgh. The Carnegie Science Center is something that has been a Pittsburgh staple basically our entire childhood. You take school visits to this thing. They've always had like a sphere before the sphere existed. The entire ceiling would do things. They'd show you like constellations or like Everest. It was like a school. It was always like for kids basically. In the Carnegie family, Carnegie Mellon, Carnegie this, Carnegie that, Carnegie Steel. Yeah, Carnegie Science Center. They were the ones that donated all the money to this place. This is a fixture in Pittsburgh for everybody basically since we're kids. And this sphere thing is always really cool. I just assumed everybody had it. Then when the sphere came out, I thought to myself, oh, that's like Carnegie Science, which is an interesting, kind of dynamic there. I believe the story goes that the Carnegie Science Center people reach out to a family in Pittsburgh who liked what they were doing and said like, hey, we need to do some upkeep to the place. Would you like to donate? And they were expecting like, I don't know, like $100,000, $200,000, $300,000.
Good donation.
And I think they end up getting like $40 million or something. They're like, all right, we'll take the Carnegie family. We want to, yeah, because as soon as I showed up and I heard about being a part of the football town, I was incredibly honored. Like, I'm going to voice over Pittsburgh football. Like, first of all, I don't deserve that. And also, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Thank you, NFL Films. And thank you, I think there's a Skydance maybe is a part of that. Thank you for choosing to do that, to kind of put into perspective what our city is and how much football means to Pittsburgh. This thing is awesome. It was an honor to be a part. I mean, this was a multiple days shoots, a little this, shoot this, do this, do this. I was very thankful to be a part of it. But it is launching the Cumin Science Center just there. I believe tickets are available now. They had a premiere, I think, last Tuesday or something like that. I am going to be trying to rent out the whole place, one of these draft night things, so we can have a good time in there to go watch it, because I have yet to watch the entire thing. It is going to be special. So I think we'll go out there probably Tuesday. We'll do our show somewhere around Pittsburgh Wednesday. This show. And then Thursday for our first round of the draft. We won't have our show, which is custom during the day. And then we're with you for the first 10 hours of that night one NFL draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That should be a special time. So we know Caleb Downs' name is going to go early. And then we're going to have another 4.5 hours of show afterwards. And that should be a good time.
Yeah, I saw Football Town was 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's pretty good.
Certified fresh.
I got an idea where we should do the show on Wednesday, but I'll save it for later.
What do you think it is?
Come on.
I think we should do it on the Gateway Clipper.
All right, we're not doing it on a boat. We will find a place, though.
Awesome.
We will find.
I got to start fact checking Pittsburgh stuff.
What do you mean?
They got a
Vaseline. We've been, and look, Joe DiNardo, he's my goat.
Yeah, he's all over.
Holy shit!
You're not
Don't
doing
you
that.
even?
I agree.
I don't want to be the guy, Foxy, but you guys told me he was, and it was only him. Nobody else in the conversation. Then I opened, which can't believe the bullshit you see on X. I'm seeing another name.
What? What was his name? The guy that called in with the suspenders on our show? Craig?
Nope, not him.
No, there is a LeBron to the.
I had never seen that name before.
What?
Me either.
I've never seen it either. This is fake. You fell for some troll.
It came from Kabul.
I trust
Joe DiNardo's understudy is Jeff Passan. Okay, that's the guy. That other name that was out there.
Nobody knows what we're talking about right now. And I was like, I'm okay with that. Normally not okay with us not letting people watch in on the inside shit that we're talking about. I would like everybody to say, you need not explain what you're saying.
You don't want to get
No, because what you're saying is just complete and utter bullshit. And Foxy, I'm like, no, coming from back there, shut up.
I'm the one that saw. And also, hey, I have a question for Tone, and Tone only, please, no one else answer. If at the draft I want to get the best sub in town, where am I going?
He get Rudy subs. We'll be back in Pittsburgh. We cannot wait to get back there. Foxy?
What kind of Rudy?
You've been going to Pittsburgh a lot.
I love the place.
It's interesting
Me
finding
too.
out all this
They're
information.
nice to Foxy in Pittsburgh. That can change. Okay, and I think it should potentially with the way you've been trying to, whoa, don't you get a lot of that coming out of that mouth of yours, okay? And I don't love it.
I love the city. I just want to make sure that I'm not getting lied to every time I go that Rudy subs. Oh, wait, no, there's a different place. Weatherman. Oh, wait, there's a different guy. You know,
Thank you.
There isn't a different guy. I don't know what you were talking about. Honestly, this has missed my algo. And when Kaboli was around the other morning, he knew not to bring it up. So there's not even a question of whether or not Joe DiNardo, the guy who created the fucking Doppler, is the guy or not. He is. Great pies on. Rest in peace. Not piss like what these guys are trying to do right now.
Love you, Joe. Just want to get it right.
Just want to get it right.
I want all the information here. And to Foxy's point, it feels as though there is some sort of generation, basketball type thing going on, okay?
No, the guy's the
Bernardo
same
was
age.
90s ball, and now there's some Greg Bednack or Bedzak or something like that.
And I don't even know what the answer is. Right now.
What is this misinformation that's being spread
Yeah,
right
what is
now?
that?
What is happening?
From your guys.
Your guys. I'm a Pittsburgh guy.
Shut up, please. Rest in peace, Joe.
The only bed you need to know from Pittsburgh is Bednar, and he's going to be the closer for Team USA and dominate.
Oh, mama, I'm in fear all my life from the long of the law. Let's move along.
Heard some stuff about the Steelers, too.
Hold on. Hold on.
They're six-time Super Bowl champs.
Not about Renegade.
Okay.
Not about Renegade.
Whoa.
Can't wait for the draft. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is somebody we would draft with the number 1 overall pick. Hey, if you could take a goat, would you do it? Yeah. Do I know this world through and through? Absolutely not. But what I do know is when her name pops up, America's winning.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I am very, very grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the greatest alpine slalom skier in the history, 30-year-old icon, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, Mikaela Shiffrin.
Yeah,
How are you, Mikaela?
You guys yap like no other. I am sorry. I've been
This is a yapping
She's
show.
right.
Yeah.
This is a yapping
Good
show.
read.
A lot of yapping over here. A lot of yapping. I do appreciate that. Okay, thank you, Mikaela. Yeah, a lot of
Thank
yapping.
you for having me on.
No, thank you for joining us. Honestly, we should have stopped our yapping early, but you don't even know what just happened. Joe DiNardo, okay, who I grew up, meteorologist. This man, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Love you, Joe.
Okay?
Rest in peace.
Thank
you, Mikaela.
Yeah, she can-
Feels like you kind of get it. Feels like you kind of 3 times. That's GOAT right there, D-Butt. You got anything to say?
Love her already.
Okay. and weather, by the way, huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yes. She needs to go.
Huge in this particular. Okay, so Mikaela, let's talk about this.
Right.
I feel like I've been watching you dominate on mountain forever. Then we look it up. You're 30 years old. Okay, so we got another 20 years of this thing. You're already a GOAT. So can you just tell me how we got to this point? Did you start? Were you the greatest in the history like when you were 10 years old? How do we get into the skiing world? And how did you get to this spot, you think, now at this point at the age of 30, which is so young in everything?
Thank you. Yeah, I guess, 30 is generally pretty young in a lot of sports. In ski racing, you're actually kind of nearing the end of your career. The average age is getting a little bit older these days, but no, it's just, I don't even know how to compare. It's just a lot of years of, we have a World Cup season from October until March, and it's
Most trophies of all time in a World Cup season, by the way.
big deal.
Most all time. We did our research. Okay, so that's how long?
Thank you. So that's October till March. It's like 40 plus races per season. But I don't do all of the races. That might be wrong. But anyway, I don't do all the races. I do like kind of pick and choose. And it's just over the last, I think I've been racing for 14, 15 years on the World Cup circuit. I've racked up a couple good races, couple victories.
Yeah, all of them. So let's talk about the World Cup. Is that all in Europe? Where is that? Does America host any of those?
Yeah, so we have a couple races, usually in November, December period in the United States. Like Beaver Creek hosts the Birds of Prey. That's a pretty iconic race for the men, and now the women are starting to race there. We have some races in Mont Tremblant in Canada, but it's pretty much all in Europe. So we start the season in October in Solden, Austria. That's like up in the glaciers. And that's the end of October. And then basically we're racing every single weekend. We go to Finland next. That's where the reindeer is a prize for winning the race.
A live one?
Yeah. A live reindeer, yeah. So I have.
How many do you have? You have a full.
I I have 8 or 9 reindeer.
Wow.
On a farm or
Blitzen?
Comet and keeping, Donner and Blitzen. And this one I got for all the asses I'm kicking. Yeah, that would be great. I love that we got reindeers all over the place. We got a full farm up there. Okay, so we would say, and this is my take from Winter Olympics. I get all in every time. But I feel like they have quite an advantage over there, these countries that maybe create some of these sports. Some of these sports I don't see and I have no idea what they are. How have you just have been good since you were young, or do you think like their mountains have made you, like how do you kind of view your career and why you've been able to have so much success as an American in a European seeming sport?
You know, that is such a good question.
We're yapping, Mikaela. We're yapping out here.
Yes, I get to yap. Fuck yeah. Sorry. So I would say that there's that it's definitely like European dominated, but our United States team, our the Steeple US ski team is building depth in a way that we've not seen before. Like right now, our women are leading the Nations Cup standing for the World Cup circuit, and we're like ending the end of our kind of this ending stretch of our season. So we've had podiums: Paula Moulton, Breezy Johnson, Olympic champion in downhill. Jackie and Paula were bronze medalists in the team combined. And like through the World Cup season, we've had multiple podiums. Obviously, Lindsey Vonn being multiple victories this season. And just like there has been so much depth building. But I do think the big challenge in the U.S. is the size of our country is actually not really an advantage when you're trying to sort of centralize like skiing knowledge and development. So that's something it's really a different conversation. But for me, I think my parents and the way my family taught me how to ski, like my parents taught me some pretty key fundamental values in skiing period, when I was young. And I started when I was 2.5 on skis. I wasn't racing at that time. I guess that's probably obvious, but
you probably beat the other 3-year-olds, probably 4-year-olds if I had to guess, if you had to. Yeah. Your pizza pie was just going faster somehow. Nobody understood how you were pizzaing that thing and you were picking up speed. Yeah, she's got something, I think. But we would like to let you know we're incredibly proud of what you've done in this particular world for the United States of America. You mentioned Lindsey Vonn there, and I don't know your guys' relationship. Once again, we do a lot of yapping, not a lot of looking up, and that's 100% on me. You guys obviously bring the best out of each other. She's older than you. She does like the different version of Alpine versus what you do, right? So you both dominant in your own fields?
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. So Lindsay is like hands down the greatest speed skier of all time. And I have been more, on the technical side. So we've got 4 different events in skiing: slalom, GS. Those are the technical events. Super G and downhill are the speed events. She, towards more the beginning of her career, she raced slalom and GS, and she won in slalom and GS, but kind of moved more towards speed. And then there was a period of time where she retired, and then she came back. And obviously this has been like a huge story. Her whole season has been spectacular. And she had a really, really bad crash in Cortina.
Yeah. That was crazy.
But she's on like starting the road to recovery, which, we're really thankful for. And on my side, I've been more on the slalom, giant slalom side of things. I have most of my wins in slalom, giant slalom, with a few Super G downhill victories. So the last 15, 20 years, I think, is when Lindsay was sort of starting to win her first races. That's been pretty dominated by the U.S., which is
USA.
Cool.
USA. That's why we get so excited. That's why we get so excited, because we know you're going to be out there. Okay. Now I don't want to say anything. When I found out you're 30, I was so pumped. I'm like, we got this.
Let's go.
So we can be ridiculously arrogant about something we know. No, I can't even ski. Something, I don't even know if I could pizza if I had to at this exact point. Après ski, I've heard it's a good time, would like to be a part of that.
Yes.
But about the skiing, we were very arrogant because of you. And I know that maybe some of us say some things that make you feel uncomfortable in spots, Americans as a whole, and we apologize for that. Just know, we love being able to talk shit because of all your hard work. So thank you for doing that. D-Butt has a question for you, Mikaela.
Speaking of the hard work, Mikaela, you said you've been skiing basically your whole life, and from what I read, you turned pro at 15, so you've been pro half your life. Any other interests or hobbies outside of skiing? And you said you're probably closer to the end now. Or any interest post skiing career for you?
Yeah, I have quite a few. And I feel like at this point in my career, I'm sort of starting a bit of a transition. Like, I don't know, in sport, it's tough ending your career. You guys, I feel like you probably have this conversation a lot. When you end your career, not that I'm ending it right now, but it is like, it's tough to know what to do, right? And so that's like, athletes go into business and do all these other things. And I'm sort of like starting a podcast right now. This year has been the first.
Yapping!
The first few episodes. It's been super fun, but it's given me like a whole different world of understanding or even like respect for what you're doing, because it is hard to like host conversations and know what you're. It's like you do such a good job. You yap so well.
Thank you. That's very, very kind of you.
Good
And
yapper.
Mikaela, I think I don't want to say this because people would take this out of context and say that I'm saying you're good at yapping too, Mikaela, because you're like GOAT. I don't want people to just rip that, which they will. I think you need to know you have a great head start because of how much America loves you. So anything you say, people are going to be interested in. And I think you're a great yapper too, Mikaela. I think you should get excited. But also, you don't have to be the best at this. You don't have to make sure that this is your career right now because you have what you have going on. So you always keep the main thing the main thing. And if you're going to experience other stuff and be great at it, we're thankful for that. Because the more we get to learn about you, the better society is. When goats are sharing game, that's good for everybody. And I have a 2.5-year-old as well. Indiana's pretty flat, so it's going to be hard for me. Maybe that's where I need to put her on skis. And start pushing her around out there. So it's like the more you do and say, we will be thankful for and we will want to support. And whatever you get into next, you'll be successful because you're a dog, which leads to this last question here from Ty, actually.
Yeah, Mikaela, being the GOAT and everything, and anytime the Olympics come around, like Pat mentioned, the expectation, whether we know anything about the sport, is like, hey, we're going to have someone who's going to win a gold medal. Going back to 2022, like, it sucked for all of us. I'm sure it sucked for you too. Like, I think you were expected to win a couple golds there, and then you end up not getting any medals. How difficult is that when so much of your time and energy goes into something like this, and then you have to wait a full 4 years for like Olympic redemption? How difficult is that entire process?
And congrats, you battled.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, I've realized now, if I had said this right after Beijing, I wouldn't have said this right after Beijing and been like, I wish that sort of didn't happen. But at this point in time, the lessons that I've learned since Beijing, and, it's kind of that cliche kind of statement that like, you kind of have to have the rain in order to have the sunshine, right? But I would not have gotten to the level of skiing that I've gotten to be able to produce that in Cortina without Beijing. But there was so much going on at that time that was just so much bigger in my life. It was the second anniversary. It's weird to call it that, but the second anniversary of my dad's passing, in February, beginning of February, right when we were in Beijing, is during COVID. I had just had COVID. There were all of these sort of weird explanations, but also it was just one of these things is like, you don't get to really wash away the Olympics with excuses or explanations. Like, if you don't get a medal, you don't get a medal. So going through that process and like realizing how big the expectations were, and that's been a process the last 4 years. I've realized how big the expectations were in Beijing over the last 4 years and leading into Cortina, where I had to shut off social media entirely. Like, because we went to Cortina for the turns in between the start and finish. Like, I wanted to show up and do my best skiing, regardless of the medal. I know that's like easy to say now, but it was my whole, like, I had mantras, I had like sticky notes on my mirror. I had my psychologist there, my whole team. We were all geared towards putting out my very, very best skiing, because this may or may not be my last Olympics, but it's like I want to show what I can do in slalom. And that was my very, very best slalom performance on an Olympic stage that I've ever had. And I don't think it would have happened without Beijing. So it's just sort of this message that, like, when you're in the thick of it and you're just in the trenches, you just have to, like, keep slugging. I don't know. You just have to keep going. And it's just not always going to be gold medals, you know?
Well, for you, it was for a long time. That's why when it didn't happen, we all were like, oh, no. And then...
I know. It's like, what?
But I would like to let you know, for us as a society, it was incredible to watch somebody in the public eye, you know, and I don't think many people are giving you grace for the 2-year... I don't want to say it either, publicly anniversary, because it's not a positive thing. Obviously, I've had that type of situation around me in my life. I understand what that is.
Yeah.
So mentally, what you're going through at that time, nobody cares outside.
Yeah.
You know, nobody cares, because you're sport, you're athlete, do your job, don't be human.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were able to hear a lot of noise, I would assume, take a lot of shit, experience a lot of lows while also feeling low, and then fight your way out of that shit, hey, that's inspiring to everybody. And that is why we need more Mikaela Shiffrins and not less. And that's why we are thankful you represent our country. You need to know that. That's a real thing. And your story will be told large and loud. Now, the people telling the story won't really know what the fuck the sport is. So that is kind of an issue I'm kind of having. But we will sing your praises, obviously, forever. And there will be many more like us. You're a beast. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you.
What do you do with all your gold medals? What do you do with them all?
Well, right now, I don't know. Right now, it's in its case. The tricky part is, like,
we missed it.
I haven't gone home yet. So I'm still in Europe, and we're racing. I haven't gone back to the U.S. yet. So it's like carrying around this medal for the rest of the season is a little bit sketchy. But fine.
We're having a blast, yeah. Jack Hughes just had it in his back pocket. He was just walking around with it dangling out of his back pocket.
Yeah.
Looked really cool.
It did.
He looked like a X Games like skater guy who used to wear the stuff as it was kind of hanging out. If you need us to brainstorm, we could do it. You can maybe just wear it.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe put on a belt.
Oh,
Yeah,
there it
ski
is.
pole.
Oh, put on a belt. Put on like a, you know,
I don't think I'm going to wear that. I just so appreciate it, though. I really appreciate that idea.
Mold them in
I don't think
ski
she knows.
poles.
Look up big belt buckle. Look. I don't think. I don't think
Headband?
there's.
Oh, yeah.
Headband would be
Boom.
so smart.
Yep.
Put that thing right on the front.
Anime, yep.
GoPro right above it.
Yeah.
So you just get everybody's reaction
Boom.
while they're looking
Like
at
that.
it. These are all ideas, McKenna.
Melt it down and make it the frame for your goggles.
Oh, I didn't even think about having it there.
Yeah.
Look right here. Look right here. You know what I mean? And have those words. There's cool words on it. Something I read on Jack Hughes. Have that one right below right under the eyes.
Like Michael Johnson wore the gold shoes. It'd be like the same thing.
Yeah.
Any other ideas? I think we got it, right? We figured this one out. Watch.
One of those is a winner for sure.
Watch.
Which one?
Nobody tells the time
watch.
anymore anyways. So just have it.
Yeah.
You know, just put one of those straps on it. Bang. What time is it? You tell me. You know, all these things. You know what I mean? Just if you need these ideas, we could be here for you.
I'll come back to you with a little bit more brainstorming. I feel like we could work on this, but it's really good ideas.
Spitball.
See, we like that.
Boom.
Yeah.
I love that.
She
So,
knows.
Thank you.
She knows. Listen, I'm not bringing an umbrella to a brainstorm.
No.
No.
Shout out to Ted Lasso. Hey, I have a question before we let you go back to your life in which you were the greatest. Is there like a treadmill or something I can get on to try to do this skiing thing? Is there a way for me to be without actually having to go plane to car,
Actually,
Toboggan.
helicopter? Is there a way I can experience what it would be like up there without having to go up there and see that I'm terrible at this thing?
Like
You
a
know what I
wave
mean?
pool.
Is there a way? Yeah, like a wave pool. That is. Is there like a wave pool for this thing I could experience what it's like, or do I have to go?
there actually are set up. So there are like skiing treadmills, literally, but you need to go like find them. There's multiple cities. I think there's one in Denver. There's like skiing treadmills. There is kind of a ski simulation. It's a ski simulator machine. So you click your boots, you put the boots on, and you're just in a room, in a gym, whatever. And there's a big screen, and it's kind of like a video game, but it reacts to the way that you move your feet. So I would love to see you guys go do that. Please go do a ski simulator.
Okay,
we will invite you to Park City, to the Center of Excellence it's a little bit a funky name, but that's like the home base for the ski team. And you can use the ski simulator. Like, please, I want to see this.
Deal. All right, I don't know when we're doing it. Within the next couple of weeks. When do you get back to America? Are you going to be at the center of Super Vex? I don't know what you call it.
Center of Superdome.
No, don't give away your location. You can probably get credit. Don't worry about that. Okay, we would definitely try to get on the simulator. We would definitely attempt to get on the simulator, and we appreciate the invite and everything you do for us. I guess just kicking everybody's ass all the time on the mountains. So can we watch these things? What do I got to do? Do I got to download an app? And when's your next race? Where are we racing?
I'm racing in Italy in the end on the weekend on Sunday. I'm in a place called Val di Fassa, Italy. So it's not really
grazie. The gabagool over there.
Good pasta. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're racing this weekend. And where can we watch it? Can we watch it?
You can watch this. Yeah, there's a couple streaming apps. Ski and Snowboard Live has. Oh my gosh! You know what? It's really complicated.
That's all right. We'll look it up. We will look it up. You don't have to do this. You're doing enough. You got a podcast. You're the best in the world. You got to beat a bunch of Italians this weekend. You do what you have to do. We'll look it up. Just know we are betting on you to win it. So let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Please tell everybody we said hello. Good luck this weekend in why do you say that in Italian?
Val di Fassa.
Yeah.
Grazie.
The Valley of Fossa.
Oh,
true.
Val di Fassa.
Yeah.
Good luck this weekend and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being a beast that others in Youngs can follow and learn from as you continue to grow and become more of the GOAT that you are.
Thank you so much. It's so good to yap with you.
It is pretty good yapping, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm trying to get down to a 90 in this thing that I'm in the simulator. Is that what I'm trying to do here? I wore rollerblades out.
You're turning in the simulator, but that was... Yeah. It's going to be so much fun. You guys are going to love it. I really believe it.
It was a sprinter stance.
I don't know what that was, but I just want I felt pretty good base. I felt pretty good balance. I wore rollerblades out for Halloween in Morgantown, West Virginia. They're called the Mountaineers, okay? I wore rollerblades out an entire evening, okay? Wore tights.
That is pretty impressive.
See, that's what we're working with here. That was the last time I've done anything
downhill.
Being able to move.
Related.
Yeah, that's the only time. That's the last time I've done. All right, you're the best. Buona fortuna, Mikaela Shiffrin this week. You're the best, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Mikaela.
That's what it is in Italian. Buona fortuna.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, good fortune.
Good fortune.
Yeah, buona fortuna. Can you drop a ear on that? Can we hear what that thing is, or do we have any sounds?
Buona fortuna.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Okay, on that note, let's take a break. I think we blew through it. Thank you at ESPN for keeping that going. Obviously, we're talking to a GOAT. So the people back in control at ESPN said, we'll roll with you until you want to take a break. So why don't we have that break now? We'll be back on the other side. We got Adam Schefter joining us with all the updates that happen. This should work out perfect. Yep. Thank you to Mikaela. Thank you to you all for allowing us to do this for a living. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. Take three.
It's electrifying here in Happy Valley. We're lucky to be here. And, the way you win this is you have be the first 300 people here and you get a ticket. And then we randomly select a ticket, and that person gets an opportunity to kick a 33-yard field goal for an undetermined amount of money. This week, we had our man, William, right? What's your name?
William, yes, sir.
You won the raffle, and you said, I don't want to kick because I suck at kicking. Is that accurate?
More or less.
What is your major here?
I'm a finance major.
Okay, so money decision was, I suck at this. Let me try to find somebody who's good at this. How did you land on my man here, and what are your hopes in him?
Well, I was looking around. I saw my man. He said he plays soccer, and I was like, this is my guy right here, my guy Carson. I have faith in him, so I know he's going to get it done.
All right, you're Carson, right? You played high school soccer. Is that accurate?
I did play high school soccer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you ever kicked a ball before?
Other than not football, soccer.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're terrible at this. It's $100,000. Are you guys splitting that 50-50?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll make it $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Okay. You only get one kick, though. You've gamed the ticket game, which I appreciate and respect. It's up to $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Only one kick, though, Herbie. We're not doing anything. I don't care how many staters chant for another kick. only one, Herbie. Played high school soccer. He's a good player.
We got a problem here.
That's right. It's a whiteout. It could be a special day. You can help out your guy William in winning $150,000. One kick, 300,000. Two.
You're a good man.
This minute, Carson, congratulations.
You pushed that.
William, way to go. It has been an expensive year out here at the field goal kick. Carson, I'm proud of you, buddy. 300,000, 150 to you, 150 to you. Good finance decisions were made. And the first top 6 whiteout has a magical vibe and an expensive one. We are. Thank you. Goodbye.
I think that might. Maybe they should have turned that around and said.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode on this gold medal franchise tag Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Hour to the program begins now. Sports are the greatest. Genuinely. Just sports are the greatest.
Yeah.
That's all that needs to be said for until the end of time, whenever that's going to be. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
You start looking at the wrong memes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They'll get you believing. They'll
get you.
Start digging, buddy.
Trust nothing.
Then you get down there in earth. So let's not until forever. Okay? Sports are going to be the best thing that we have. Athletes should be celebrated. Now, do some athletes make terrible decisions, say bad things, and maybe piss people off? Yes. Okay, that is going to happen with any human being that exists in a human-driven world. But what athletes do and what sports can do for societies and communities is just so damn special, which is why we're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chit-chat about it every day. It's never been more on display than it was last week at the Combine, where we're watching these dudes try to live out a lifelong dream and change the trajectory of entire communities and families, and definitely family trees forever. And then we're out at Team USA Baseball, these guys who seemingly have it all. All they want to do is put on for their country to inspire the next generation of baseball players here in the United States of America to understand that this is our pastime. Although it might be Japan's current time right now, this is our sport. Just the amount of pride, togetherness, community that this beautiful thing brings is so special. Sports are the greatest. And then Mikaela Shiffrin drops in from a world that I know nothing about.
No.
Never skied. I don't think I've ever had friends that skied. Recently, I've gotten invited to ski trips. 'Cause I think this is a pretty big,
They're a good time.
That's what I've heard they are a great time. Never really been around the ski community. Always just drop a après ski, haha, because I know what that is, but I don't really know anything about it. She comes on, dog, like absolute dog, Mikaela Shiffrin. It just feels like if you have sports in your blood or sports in your life, life is much better, and we're so lucky that we get a chance to chat about it every single day. And I think that's what the break that we took for 2.5 weeks kind of taught me, is just how thankful we are to be able to be time criers, if you will, for what is sports as a whole. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Go ahead, Con.
Well, and the Olympians. Like we were just mentioning this, if they weren't always locked in 24/7 for 3.5 or 4 years out of their life every single time, and they got to do more interviews like that. Like Mikaela Shiffrin was unbelievable. Like she was so good. That was her podcast.
She's a human.
Yeah.
Super fast ski strong lady over there in Mountain
Yes.
just doing her thing is unbelievable. The moxie coming out of Mikaela Shiffrin was fantastic. It's like, I would like to know what the hell's going on in ski.
Yeah.
Let alone her podcast giving a game away about what greatness is and working hard and falling and then having to get back to the top and having to go through a lot of incredibly difficult things, which is what life is. Battling adversity is another thing that sports kind of teach you. Also, working your ass off and not winning and still knowing like, well, if I work again, something good could happen, as opposed to working, losing, and then just being like, well, I'm never doing that again. Sports teach people like, hey, sometimes it's not going to work out how you want it to. You can go ahead and defeat that. She's a perfect story about that forever.
Oh, yeah. Force your kids.
What's that?
Force your kids to play sports.
Force them.
Force them.
It should be a necessity to play team sports. Honestly, as I go through this life and I meet people and there's certain traits about people, and then you start asking questions like, you ever get a chance to play any sports or whatever? No, I just loved it though my whole life. I'm like, man, I wish you had to buy in to what a team was. I wish you had to buy into your role. I wish you had to buy into dealing with people you don't like to accomplish a goal that we're all trying to get. Sports are the greatest, honestly. And this Olympics, I think, has only proven that even more for everybody.
Yeah, you got to deal with, like you said, you got to deal with people. You got to deal with failure. You got to, have certain run-ins and uncomfortable conversation, whether it be with a coach, whether it be with a teammate, go this way, go that way. And just even the little things like with the baseball, like that was the first baseball practice I ever watched on any level. And even just a little thing like after BP, like all the players, and you mentioned it, and you guys been around baseball pretty much your whole life, like all of them, pretty much shagging at all the balls. And you're like, these are
Aaron Judge picking up baseball after I think Bregman was hitting or whatever. That was like cool to watch.
Exactly. There's nobody else, around the world, making $40, $50 million. Even doing something like that, something as simple as cleaning up after yourself, the places you go, and just how to treat people. And obviously, everybody's not going to make it pro, but I think dealing with people, being a part of a team, that is so important.
Working while tired is a whole nother animal.
Yep.
That is like, I'm tired. It's like, cool, bro. We got a game. So, what, you're just not?
Yeah, not going to play today?
Okay. Oh, you know what? They'll delay the game. Yeah, they'll actually delay the game because you're tired. Like, that is literally what sports does. And I agree to your point. Yeah. So, let's keep sports thriving. And in doing so, let's also win some bets. Let's go one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP Tone. How'd your combine bets do? I think you did okay.
Yeah, 2-2. Could have done better. Lost on the under vertical. I didn't know they were going to put a trampoline under the vertical jump this year.
Come on. Or under the 40?
Yeah, the 40 were good, though. 40, I had the under in that one, so we won that one. But the over-under was 43.5 for the vertical. I mean, multiple guys hit that. And then 45.5 for Eli Stowers. And then, I got the bench press from Mr. Gosta from Kentucky. So those were the good ones. And then did not hit the broad. The broad was 11 foot for the highest.
Jump.
Yes, the broad jump, sorry. The farthest was
I 11. Hope you didn't hit the broad.
Jump,
I was going to say.
The broad jump.
Christ's sake.
Good news you didn't
Let's
hit
move
the
along.
broad.
Happy 1, 2, and 2. Thank you.
That would have crushed in some circles, but not a lot.
No. Jeez, what are you doing? It was over. It was over. We're already there. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now live from Manhattan, Ohio. Obviously, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, former number 5 overall pick, AJ Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawker saw some specimens at the combine, bro. I mean, we're talking special athletes coming through that combine right now, AJ Hawk.
You're muted.
There he is.
You guys can't hear me. You cannot hear me?
No. We can see you're moving, but we cannot hear you.
Well, I mean, you may be doing one of these things. I don't know if I can trust you on that. Oh, yeah, you got me.
Cannot hear him in the back. We cannot. We'll take him off.
What am I saying right now, then?
Okay, so we'll call him
he's
back.
trying to not hear me. He's trying to act like he can't hear me. I got it. I get it.
Good rib.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, you're back. We can hear you. Go ahead, please. What you're going to say,
I'm back. Yeah, I mean, obviously the combine.
Schefter's sitting there going, I'm wasting time. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right.
No,
I don't want to step on Shefty if he's coming, but yes, Shefty was there. We know. We saw Shefty taking pictures with the gold medal and everything. There were specimens all over that place, all position groups as well. And, like we said, we thought early maybe it might be our guys getting bigger and slower. No, they're getting bigger and faster somehow. So it's even a scarier league now than it was a year ago.
Yeah, it feels like it combines the old school NFL with the modern NFL somehow. And we thought because more weight was going to have to be had for some of these positions that the speeds were going to go down. And somehow E equals MC faster. I don't know how any of it's taken place, but humans are seemingly at their peak. Joining us now is a man who's maxed out. On this Franchise Tag Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026, joining us now, senior NFL insider for ESPN, Michigan man, Adam Schefter. Schefter, sorry we wasted your time, okay? We couldn't hear him, and then we could, and then we wanted him to think that we couldn't. Anyways, let's get to it. Franchise tag at Breece Hall this morning. He gets tagged for the New York Jets. Then it comes out that Kenneth Walker will not be tagged. Is there any other news that we need on this franchise tag day, and is there anything we're missing?
Yeah, the guys that you're looking at right now that are relevant in that box, as we see, would be Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce and Trey Hendrickson. I'll give you what I think is going on right now. The Colts and Daniel Jones have been in discussions for a long-term deal. Both sides, I think, would like to get it done. There has been a disagreement on value. That could change today. We'll see. But it certainly sounds like it's tracking for Jones to be tagged. My guess, my sense is it'll be the transition tag on Daniel Jones. We'll see how that works out. There's a $6 million a year difference on the transition tag compared to the quarterback franchise tag. I think.
Can you tell me about the transition tag a little bit for people that are probably watching and saying, excuse me, what are the difference of these? I thought we were just tagging players. What is the difference between transition and franchise? One more likely to make move with, right?
Yeah, well, there's the money right there. Franchise tag means that if a team wants to sign that player, it would have to give back, let's just say the Vikings, let's say the Colts franchise tagged Daniel Jones, and the Vikings wanted to sign him. Well, obviously, at the franchise tag number, it would be $43,895. The contract would start there, $44 a year. And then if the Vikings were to get him, they'd have to give up 2 first-round picks to the Colts. So that's just not happening. Franchise tag basically kills any chance that a player has to move on. Like Breece Hall, franchise tag. As great as Breece Hall is, there's not a team in the league that's going to be willing to give up 2 first-round picks for Breece Hall. So he's essentially off the market this year. Transition tag is interesting. In this particular case for a quarterback, if the Colts were to transition Daniel Jones, it would be $37.8 million.
Damn.
It'd be $1 million cheaper. But here's the difference. With a transition tag, another team could sign Daniel Jones to an offer sheet that they could construct that could make it cumbersome and difficult for the Colts to match. And if the Colts don't match, they lose the player. But they'd have the ability to match the offer that he signs with another team if he gets one.
So they get a right to counter. They get a right to counter, basically, with the transition. To match. Right to match, okay. And if they match, it's good. They don't have to beat it. It's not like they can go back to the team again and say, all right, they matched that. Can we go up more?
As is. They inherit the contract and change the name of the team back to the Colts on the transition tag. But the other team wrote it. It's probably not going to be in terms that are favorable for your team. They're going to make it difficult, although poison pills are illegal. You can't put them in there anymore. You remember the Seahawks once did that to the Vikings, or the Vikings did it on Steve Hutchinson. They put in poison pills, said he had to be the highest paid player on offense, which meant that to do that, you'd have to cut the quarterback. Like tricks like that, right?
Yeah, none of that. That's bad faith, I believe, is what that is called there.
No, it's called shrewd business.
Oh, yeah, shrewd. It depends on the eye of the beholder or the be not getting fuckter. Yeah, that would be certainly the way you would decide on who says shrewd business or negotiating in bad faith. Okay, so Alec Pierce then means probably hitting the market. That's what we're assuming then?
Well, then if Daniel Jones is tagged, as we think, then Pierce...
Answer it, Schefter. It could be something big.
Then Pierce would be able to hit the market. But I think the Colts are determined to sign him to a long-term deal before he gets to free agency next week. So I don't, listen, he's close to free agency. I don't know why you wouldn't get it unless the Colts blew him away with an offer. But it sounds like the Colts are really prioritizing him and they want to keep him. and they're determined to try to get a deal done with him.
It'd be great to have both those guys in the building again. Daniel Jones signing for 38, whatever, for the transition tag, fascinating, because I would be interested to see what the market would say about Daniel Jones, especially coming off the injury. All I know is everybody's been acting like Daniel Jones is going to be the Colts quarterback next year very confidently. I hope they have all been right. We would love to have Dimes back in town. We're 8-2, number one offense in the league, going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then we lost our last 7 games, okay? So that is what life has been like here in Indianapolis. All we want is Shane and Chris just to win some games. If they have Danny Dimes as quarterback, we assume they'll be able to do that. Alec Pierce obviously became a number one threat with Daniel Jones at quarterback. That'd be a great duo to keep together. Okay, let's move to Cincinnati. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Schefter, you mentioned Trey Hendrickson. What are all the possibilities with Trey, and what's likely to happen, you think?
Well, this is interesting. I think he's waiting to hear. Everybody's waiting to hear. The Bengals have called around the league to see if it were possible. If they tagged him, would there be a team that's willing to trade for him and give up something for him? I don't think they got the responses that they wanted, I don't think. And so they're unpredictable. My guess is there's been so much that's gone on between these two sides that it's probably, at this point in time, best to let him leave, and he'll go sign, and then the Bengals will get a compensatory draft pick in 27. But could they surprise us and tag him? That could happen. You know, they're the Bengals. Anything's possible. My guess is he won't be tagged and he'll hit the market. That's my guess.
Congratulations, Trey.
If he gets there.
I understand if he gets there, but you just said that is what you think is going to happen, and you are a man that is plugged into a lot of information.
No, I want to be very clear, Pat. In this case, I really don't know. That's why I said I think. If I knew that he was not getting, I would say he's not getting. I don't know that. I don't know that here.
This is like 3 years running here now.
Just let him go.
Just let the guy breathe.
Yeah.
You know, let him go somewhere else, and let him at least get an offer sheet somewhere else. And if you want to, hear it or get a chance to counter or whatever the case is, do it. But I'm sick of hearing about Trey Hendrickson and Cincinnati Bengals, mostly because I like Trey Hendrickson a lot, and I actually like the Bengals. But the way this has all gone has been stupid. We all think, personally, especially as we've kind of been the starting point of the entire thing when Trey came on our show at Radio Row and was like, listen, can we just figure this out? No, we'll do it next year. Hey, can we just figure this out? We never said that. And you should be happy with what she's. Yes, you did. And now we're at another year. We're doing this whole thing. So we would just like them to figure it out for the best of both parties. And Trey, don't be scared to come over to Indianapolis. If you still got Louis Aruba.
That's right.
We got all that going. Let's talk about other talking points around the NFL, shall we? Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Schefter, you mentioned this morning on Get Up how the prices of Max Crosby and A.J. Brown might slowly go down into next week. Now, obviously, a team can still, shell out the money, even if, or the picks, or the Eagles and the Raiders can figure something out and keep those guys. But let's say they don't figure that out and these guys are on the block. What do you expect that trade compensation to go down to? Do you think it's still going to end up being, first round picks for both of them? Do you think, maybe Max fetches a first, but slowly but surely A.J. Brown fetches more of a second like DK Metcalf? Like, what do you expect those deals to look like if they potentially happened?
I don't expect the price to go down much. I said we don't know whether the teams are posturing and whether they would be willing to lower the price on either player next week. I personally don't know that they will, and I don't know that will happen. Like, I don't think the Eagles are lowering the price on A.J. Brown. I think they'd be prepared to keep him. And I think the Raiders would be prepared to keep Max Crosby if they don't get the price they want. They're looking for a Micah Parsons type of package. Are they going to get that? I don't know. And if they don't, then what do? Are they still willing to deal and come off that price? I don't know the answer to that.
Is the story Max doesn't want to be there or they don't want him there? Like, what is the reasoning behind this? Because I think what happened was Jay Glazer said it, right?
Yeah.
I think Jay said it maybe at the most authoritative, like. He had the most authority, I guess, behind saying that this was news. Because we had been preaching for a long time. And I feel like we've been nice to the Raiders. I feel like we have been nice to the Raiders for the situation in which they're in. But we would like to see Max Crosby get an opportunity to play in games where there's 50 million people watching, 60 million people watching. We think Max Crosby is a special talent. So we've been pitching for a long time. We assume that that's actually pissed Crosby off because how much he views himself as a Raider. Then last season towards the end, when the Raiders, his Raiders in his eyes, or what the Raiders are now, tell him, hey, we don't want you to play. And he's like, I want to play. Like, that's what I do. I play hurt. I'm a Raider. He got offended. Like, can you tell us how we got here? And if he really wants out of there, if that's what the story is, I feel like he could probably make, right? Players can kind of make, especially Max Crosby's of the NFL, can kind of make that type of shit happen, can't they?
Well, Myles Garrett wanted out of Cleveland a year ago.
Interesting.
And he's in Cleveland. And Brandon Ayuk wanted out of San Francisco, and eventually he'll get his wish, but he signed. Deebo Samuel wanted out of San Francisco, and he stayed. And so,
well,
these things are fluid. Do I think there's been a time here where Max has wanted out of Vegas? Absolutely. Do we know that he's going to be moved? I still think it's up in the air. Like, they could sit down with him and say, hey, Max, I know you've had 6 head coaches in 7 years. I know you've had 5.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, please.
6 coaches in 5 years, 6 head coaches in 7 years, 5 general managers. You never won in the pros. You never won in college. You never won in high school. You want to win. I got it. Well, guess what? We're drafting Fernando Mendoza. We got $90 million in cap space. We got Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, and we want you to be a part of this. Do I think that's going to change his mind? I don't know that it will. But you can make that pitch. New head coach, Clint Kubiak, that people love, right? There's a lot of things going for them. All I'm saying is just because you feel one way 1 month doesn't mean you're going to feel that way.
This guy deserves some happiness in his football life. If we get this guy some... Now, granted, I think Fernando Mendoza is very good. Like, I think this might not be the time to leave the Raiders if you're Max Crosby, but the Raiders might also see it as a time to be able to get a lot of things in return to build what they want to do right now. Interested to see what it all is. And I saw some practice film of Max Crosby. That 6 head coaches, 7 years, 5 GMs in however the same amount of time. Why don't they put his ass at tight end? That's why you get fired. Okay, Vrabes, J.J. Watt. If this guy is doing this in practice, there is precedent for you putting this guy on the offensive side and have a couple packages. Then we see him hitting threes when he can't even walk. It's like, this is one of the greatest athletes we have.
Yeah.
And you just rattled off, he didn't win in high school, he didn't win in college. Oh, yeah, and he yams on people's heads and cleats. And then he one-hand grabs things, and then he has an engine that is just like, second to none, potentially, in the history of the NFL. It's like, we would like to see this guy have success. And hopefully everybody's on the same page there. And maybe it's now the Raiders' time because of how much we believe in Fernando Mendoza. Okay, let's move to another topic. Ty has a question for you, Shefty.
Yeah, Shefty, you reported right before you hopped on that the Vikings are willing to listen to offers for Jonathan Grenard because they're kind of dealing with some salary cap space issues. Are you expecting more of this to come, especially now that things are heating up and it's kind of like assumed that there's a good chance that they're going to have to go out and maybe want to sign like a Kyler Murray or something like that? Or what is the situation the Vikings are in right now?
Yeah, I think they're up against it. I think that probably factors into the Colts' decision on Daniel Jones if they transition him. Because really, the Vikings might pose the biggest threat to trying to get Daniel Jones. Everybody expects them to bring in some type of quarterback. Who's it going to be? And they have enough cap issues right now that they're going to be open to trading Jonathan Grenard. So they're going to release Aaron Jones, Javon Hargrave. There are questions about Jonathan Allen. Like they got a number of cap decisions that they still have to make and payroll they have to trim to get under the cap. And so they're trying to do that right now. Can't keep everybody. Obviously, if they got an offer back on Grenard, they would be open to dealing him right now. He's been a very good player for them. And this is just what every team has to go through all the time. So we'll see. But yes, I think we could see more trades than usual. We've seen front offices and GMs not be afraid of trading. We saw a crazy trade deadline day this past year. We've seen crazy trade deadline days in recent years. And it wouldn't surprise me if it just carries over into free agency and the wheeling and dealing just continues.
How's free agency frenzy going to be?
I hope that the broadband, the internet, the bathrooms work, like the food's and working. I have no idea, like where I'm eating, who Uber Eats from there.
Now, we'll have Chef in here for you, Schefter. You actually got to tell us a couple of the food items that you would like. Shefty's going to be in here for Free Agency Frenzy Monday.
Yeah. Wow.
If you do, now Free Agency Frenzy Monday is the biggest day of the offseason. I mean, it is the biggest day of the offseason because all these deals that have been negotiated from the combine here in Indianapolis to the back channels during the legal tampering period are basically announced on Monday during free agency. Deals aren't allowed to happen until that Wednesday, but we've already had an entire negotiation period that's happened, legal tampering. Okay, well, then it's not tampering if it's legal. Just call it a negotiation period. But nonetheless, you do what you got to do. Okay, you got to evolve, whatever. And then on Monday at noon, literally at noon when we go live, everything is in it. Boom, 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 boom. And then deals are being accepted by teams that they thought they didn't have. So then all of a sudden money's getting shifted out of people's pockets and more people doing it. And that Monday is electric. It is electrifying to see what teams are doing. ESPN NFL people, okay, which is a department, ESPN NFL, they didn't think we would able to handle it last year, so they counter-program us on ESPN too, okay? They tell us immediately, yeah, you're not allowed to have Schefter, he's with us, I'll do this. It's like, okay, we'll see how this goes for you guys. Murder scene, by the way, okay, not only because we're on ESPN, which is what everybody has on, but also because we've lived this life too, somehow. You know, I know you guys created the game, but we've also, been in this whole thing. So there was nice conversations since last free agency frenzy until next free agency frenzy where we're going to work together. Okay, don't we think this would be a good idea? And we just so happen to have the computer right over here for the entirety of free agency frenzy. Wait until you see what we're building up for you. There is. Yeah. You're going to be in a little zone over here that is going to be fantastic. We also got Orlovsky and Schrager coming out here. I mean, we are considering it an honor to be able to represent for the entirety of ESPN on this. But also, we're very thankful you're coming out here and your writer or whatever, hilarious to see it all. I need somebody that points me in the direction where I need to go. I need to know where the food's going to be, where the water's going to be, how many steps for my dump that I'm definitely going to have. I appreciate you understanding how chaotic it's about to be for you and letting us know, hey, if I'm going to be doing this, there's some shit we got to, because I'm in the middle of it, but we are ready and excited to take care, and we cannot wait for that, Shefty. Legitimately, we cannot wait for that.
Well, the funny part is they say that free agency opens at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, right? They say free agency ends at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. It's over. Yeah. Most of the big stuff has happened on Monday and Tuesday and leading into the start of the new league year. So we're going to be with you Monday. Did they tell you up? Hold on, Pat. Hold on.
Do it!
Hello.
Hey, Coach.
Mute him. Legit, we do not want to give whatever.
No, especially.
What if that person comes on? Did you say President Clinton? What if that person? Could you imagine if that first birthday? That would be.
Pat, did they tell you that I'm sleeping in your house that week?
Yeah, they never said that, but we certainly have a few days you're going to be here, and we're very thankful for that. Who was that? Was that anything?
No, not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Now, what do you tell us? That's the thing. That's why having him in here, it's going to be good for him to have to feel a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead. Let's get it out of you. Now, you're talking about markets and free agents and everything like that. That goes to an announcement that was made this morning. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Shefty, you reported that the Seahawks will not tag running back Ken Walker, who was the MVP of the Super Bowl. Now he will be a free agent. What do you expect his market to be? And is there a chance that he does end up going back to Seattle?
I think that's always possible, but I think when something like this happens, and you're not tagging a guy, you're giving him the freedom, and I think the price will climb up to where he's going to get a great offer somewhere. And I know that obviously it has to be a very hard decision for Seattle to make. They've got a lot of other financial needs that they have to address. They're going to want to re-sign Devin Witherspoon, Jackson Smith and Jigba, pay for the draft class, add some free agents. You just can't pay everybody, and it's almost like the Super Bowl tax. Everybody wants more money. And inevitably there are some casualties along the way. And in this particular case, they can't afford to franchise Kenneth Walker. Not going to tag him at all. He's going to get to the open market. And my guess is with all the teams out there that need running backs, he'll find an offer somewhere else that is more lucrative than Seattle, and he'll be leaving Seattle.
Okay, I literally, as soon as this news came up, I was like, congrats to him getting a long-term deal. There's no way Seattle's going to let him out of there. You win a Super Bowl MVP at running back. Normally, football gods could potentially curse you if you just move on from said person. But the old adage is, if you win, there's enough to go around. And it doesn't mean there's enough to go around here. There's other teams that potentially would like some of whatever you had that got us to the championship. So we will bid you adieu. Kenneth Walker on any team would obviously be spectacular, but you just let a Super Bowl MVP walk out the building like that.
Crazy.
I'll be intrigued to see how football responds.
Oh, yeah.
I genuinely, I think that's a tough decision to make. But once again, I trust John Schneider. I think we all should at this point. He has made a lot of great decisions and built, multiple legendary teams. That's a tough one, though.
So good.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is, especially with what happened with Charbonnet and then him coming on late. You don't even really know yet.
Yeah.
You know what? But you're right. It was a tough one to trade Geno. It was a tough one to sign Sam Darnold. It was a tough one to make some of those moves. The moves he made, it was a tough one to hire Mike McDonald in a coaching pool where there are a lot of candidates. He's pushed the right buttons. And I think as good as Kenneth Walker has been, they feel like they really like Zach Charbonnet. He's coming back from an ACL. They tendered George Holani today. And they're going to add one of these running backs in this market. Somebody's not going to get the deal that they want. And I don't know who it is, but one of these backs, these free agent backs, is going to wind up out in Seattle. I don't know whether that's Kenneth Gainwell or whether that's Tyler Algier. But, take a look at some of these top free agents. There's a lot of good players.
Rico Dowdle.
ETN
has a chance to be a guy.
I'll bet one of these backs in the free agent class winds up out in Seattle and takes the spot that Kenneth Walker is vacating.
You rattled off a lot of names there about decisions that Schneider made that worked out, and we agree. He was awesome on our show.
The man.
He is, and he's certified now. Hall of Fame first ballot, maybe.
Well, you
not
never know.
I don't know.
Nobody's first now.
We don't know if he's first ballot because of your friend Shefty, but in that entire conversation about you mentioned off, it's like Sam Darnold, tough decision. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Minnesota won 14 games with that guy and said, let's get him out of here. I think football was like, hey, that you
Shouldn't
can't
have done that.
You can't be doing that. I'm not saying that that's going to happen with a running back with Super Bowl MVP stuff, but that's a tough thing to do, man. That is a tough decision, just in the history of football to do that. Not that it hasn't happened, and not that I don't trust John Schneider. I'm just thinking immediately you hope Charbonnet comes back and is exactly what he is. Because if you chose to get... I trust Schneider. Anything but throwing a football.
Yeah, Pat, if we look at it, right, there have been 3 other players that have gone on to win the Super Bowl MVP and then leave their team. Larry Brown, Desmond Howard, Dexter Jackson. Didn't Malcolm Smith do it too?
You tell me, you're the one telling us, bro. So...
Yeah, I think he went to the Raiders.
I know Dexter Jackson did because the Steelers wanted him, but they didn't end up getting him, and then they drafted Troy Polamalu.
That worked out. He's so good at football. How do you know that we were going to run? Doesn't matter. All right, let's get to another conversation here, Shefty, about this time of year that we are in. Certainly something that we saw buzzing, unless you're breaking news right now, where it appears that you are tweeting right now.
No, I'm not. I just responding to somebody. We're good. This is what it'll be like Monday and Tuesday.
I'm just letting Hembo know, hey, can't be sending me half-ass stats, okay? If there's 4 guys, you can only send me 3, okay?
Half-ass Hembo. It's all full-ass. It's great.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Hembo is full-ass all the time.
Hembo.
We love Hembo. Hembo has made us look much smarter than we certainly are, but we're in a time now where there's seemingly some gamesmanship taking place. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, always some smoke screens. We talked about the Caleb Downs and the report that came out about him. I don't even know if it made it to you yet, but there was a false report based on some medical that came from the combine. With any of these guys, Caleb Downs included, did you hear anything medical-wise, good or bad, for some of these prospects coming out of Indianapolis?
I didn't hear that. Now, what usually happens is sometimes there's a guy that goes through the process and something comes out. Like I remember Nick Fairley had the heart issue. There have been other players that they've detected heart murmurs or stress fractures, whatever it may be. I have not heard anything specific yet, and I don't know that I would. But I have not heard any specific chatter about any player. So anybody that's saying anything may be right, may not be right, no idea. They're ahead of me in that area. I'm kind of on franchise tag candidates and free agency next week.
Okay, how do you know? Okay, I know you're locked in. Jeez, we're thankful you're plugged in right now.
Yeah.
How do you know what's real and what isn't, though, in this whole time? Because there's certainly favors going to be asked of you, and you know the game, you know the business, you know how those things. Not that you're giving out favors. I'm just saying there's certainly some information maybe that gets delivered that you have to decipher through, I assume. Is that not an accurate read on how draft works?
Listen, I think there's a lot of people have a lot of perceptions for how it works. And I just think that it doesn't work the way that people think it works all the time. It's I I've done it for 36 years. So when you say sift through it or decipher it, there's stories behind every story. Every story is different. I don't know how to answer that question with just a blank statement. It just, to me, it's just making calls and building relationships and tracking things, and I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're a friend with this one agent, you're not friends with this other agent, even though your agent can only represent a certain portion of the league, and there's a much more greater part of the league. I do love whenever they say, well, Schefter's doing this because he likes his agents. Like, Schefter likes a lot of agents, bro.
Yeah.
Schefter likes a lot of GMs. That's how this whole thing works. Yeah, but he likes this guy more. It's like, we agree with that, actually, from the intel that you're saying, but let's not act like all the other shit doesn't exist. It's not like you're covering for 4 teams. You got at least 32 situations you're trying to get the proper information out of, and we appreciate you for that. But we all, as subjects to your 36 years of work and networking and everything, always have to try to guess where the information's coming. So that's what we're doing all the time. So I think whenever you say, people don't have a misconception on how it works, I think you don't fully understand how we, as non-insiders, operate, which is as soon as you put it out, what's the angle? What's the angle here? Why is this happening?
But I'm just telling you, and Ty and I went over this in our podcast. I'll tell you a story, and it pertains to your guy, our guy, Jack Hughes.
A mensch, this guy.
Yeah, so he came over, and he says to me, we start talking, and he goes, hey, I got a question for you. I said, what's that? He said, where did you get the Artemi Panarin trade from when you broke? That was the first thing he asked me. And I said, I'm like, wow, you aware of that? He goes, oh, we got it on our phones. Me and my guys were like, how did Shefty get this hockey trade? So I showed him I said, there's this hockey insider out of Canada who supposedly is really good, hardworking, respected. And somebody sent me a clip of this guy going on Hockey Night in Canada, had it at him. Get this. And he goes, oh, of course. His agency, helps work with the same player. Not to mention the fact that apparently, as I found out after, Artemi Panarin hired someone in that agency, a Russian agent, that day, who I've never met or spoken to. And I could tell you that when the trade came down, there was zero part of it that came from any agent. Zero. But this guy went on national TV in Canada like he got it from his agent. No, I did not.
Hey, stop smearing my name, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate you advancing a false theory on this, and I showed Jack Hughes the full exact text chain, told him that he was cracking up. He loved it.
Oh, crack Hughes, you cracked him. He was great on Saturday Night Live, by the way. They're phenomenal. That was spectacular, all of it. I'm appreciative of sports bringing laughter and light to people as opposed to division and nonsense, which seemingly was happening for a little bit there. Sports are the greatest. So what you're saying is you've heard what everybody has said about you. Yeah.
The point is, stories often and usually don't come from where people think. Sometimes, occasionally they do, but more often than not, they don't.
All right, we're gonna find out for Agency Frenzy Monday when you're out here. We're gonna put your spotlight on you right here.
Mm-hmm.
Who told you, Sheffy?
We should bug his phone.
There you go.
Well, we know who told him Panarin.
Somebody is.
Who's that?
Gabe Morency. I mean,
you're right. That's Canadian insider.
Canadian
All right, you're the man, Shefty. We appreciate the hell out of you.
I'll see you guys on Monday, right? If I don't speak to you before.
Yeah, and I apologize for asking this. I'm sure it's very nice, and I just don't know. Have you had to board your window? Are people coming after you? Are you boarding your windows behind you? It looks like I was conceived in a trap house. That window there appears. Is everything okay? Are we all right?
We did get a notice that we have a dumpster in our driveway. It needs to be moved.
HOA is not going to do that. Yeah. So you need to at least put a bush around it. Okay? I don't need to see this thing. That is not a boarded window, though, behind you? That is not a boarded window?
No.
Oh, it's a blind.
Oh, it does.
It's like a window.
Yeah, it's got designs on it. It's a blind.
Drape, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Egyptian cotton.
I thought that was just good wood, though.
But the rest of the house is boarded up. The rest of the house.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you got 18 months in there. I forgot about that.
What a joy it is to live through this stuff.
That's life. It keeps lifing. And we appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Schefter.
Yay,
signed up for a kitchen remodel. How long is it going to take? 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14, 24 months.
Oh, man.
You're in my house? Well, your kitchen, yeah. Then he showed us, and it was just fucking demolished.
Blown out.
Yeah.
2 porta potties in the backyard.
You're just getting a little glimpse in what it's going to be like on Monday. Looking at my phone, having a conversation with you. I'm a special talent. I understand that. Okay? And a lot of people think that stories are coming from a place. They're not. They're coming from somewhere else. You ever hear your Art of War? Yeah. Shinzu? That's what I'm doing with every tweet to lead people off the scent. I will say, though, every time I read it, that's my immediate thought. Who's this coming from and why? If it's not like an injury or something.
What kind of propaganda is this?
Yeah. Somebody wanted this information to be delivered in this particular fashion through Schefter. Yep. Why? We have to do that. Now, granted, good information, that is breaking news, but why am I learning of that right now? And that's a big draft conversation.
Yeah, and that's like leading into free agency. Like Linderbaum, last week the Ravens reported that they offered Linderbaum, or Schefter reported that the Ravens offered Linderbaum like a record-setting deal. So then that angle becomes, well, did he report that? Because if Linderbaum says no, then the Ravens are babyface and the good guys because they offered that deal? Or is the deal not actually like that, and now they're making Linderbaum just the automatic bad guy? Like those.
No, or is that Linderbaum's people saying, hey, highest of all time, so that other teams know? Yeah. There's so many. So many.
The angles are endless.
Yeah, and hey, the NFL never sleeps.
Yeah,
it does not.
Probably nice for him to get out of that house during free agency, because could you imagine the construction workers knocking on his window while he's trying to figure that out?
Do you want these handles or these? Yeah. Which handles did you want on these?
Wait, who the Giants getting? Is that someone from the Giants?
No, you could tell from the blind and the wallpaper that no one's allowed to touch that area. Okay, that's his sacred place. Okay, it's been like that for 35 years.
I thought he had a boarded up window over his head, and I was thinking to myself, what the hell did Shefty do? Is that like spray paint on his head?
Yeah.
Is he in a bunker?
Has that always been there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a different blind.
Yeah, I thought so. And maybe a different angle, too?
It's always been that wallpaper.
Certainly a different angle. Like Tony said, I'm pretty certain that room has not been touched in 25 years.
And he won't let it, especially after what's going on with the kitchen right now.
Exactly.
Let's go to some notable free agents that he obviously mentioned. Free agency frenzy is next Monday. Adam Schefter will be here. Dan Orlovsky will be here. Schrager will be here. Scott the Jibman will be here.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
He did a fantastic job at everything, but certainly out there in Phoenix yesterday. We appreciate the hell out of Cajun Man down there from Louisiana. Mike Evans potentially on the move is crazy, D-Butt, don't you think?
It is. I thought he would be kind of get that Larry Fitzgerald treatment in AZ where, hey, 1 year, 2 year, we'll keep you here. Because he seems like a one-helmet guy. He's had, I think, a Hall of Fame career down in Tampa Bay, but he'll be a great addition to any team. He's a mismatch. He will be a mismatch for however long he plays when it comes to that red zone. You can just throw it up to him, and it's a rebound, and most times he's going to come down with it.
We talked about this with Landon Dickerson, offensive lineman. Once they win a Super Bowl and they've been paid for offensive linemen and hand-to-hand combat guys, it's like, all right, I did it. We did a football season.
Mm-hmm.
We did a football career. For speed and talent and edge, once you get the Super Bowl, it's like, okay, now let's go ahead and try to get another one here. So I think a contract with Mike Evans is very doable, I would assume, especially if you're a ring contention. And having him either be your 1A or even a 2 or 3rd option on particular teams would be absurd. Imagine him going to the Chiefs. We'd all be pissed.
Ooh. Yeah.
We would all be pissed off if he went to the Chiefs.
Smoke around the Bills for him, obviously. Any Patriots.
We'd all be pissed if he went to any of these teams that were like incredible. But him at the Bills would obviously be something that Josh Allen would welcome, and so would new head coach Joe Brady. Mike Evans on the move is crazy. Kenneth Walker, we talked about him. Daniel Jones, allegedly going to get the transition tag, which means he might be Indianapolis Colt next year. Other teams can sign him to an offer sheet. The Colts will just have a right to match it if he does get transition tag. Malik Willis, obviously, is what he was able to do with the Green Bay Packers. They're saying he might be the bell of the ball here as we talk about quarterback-needy teams.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, I think, all of the there's obviously the connection in Miami with, John Eric Sullivan, who was with the Packers, and Jeff Hafley, so they both know what he can do. And then, he kind of flourished in Matt LaFleur's system, and obviously Mike LaFleur out in Arizona. So there's all signs have kind of pointed to, hey, Malik Willis is going to get paid, and he's probably going to get paid by either the Dolphins or the Cardinals.
And the Dolphins, obviously, that means Tua would not be there. Mm-hmm. That Minnesota Vikings quarterback situation is fascinating because when he brought up the transition tag for Daniel Jones, did you hear what Team Schefter said might match? He was like, if the Vikings want to get involved, they just moved Grenard. They're obviously doing some salary cap gymnastics. They need to do that. I don't know if they'd be able to afford Daniel Jones out out there, but they're talking any quarterback that can layer a football potentially becoming a Minnesota Viking next year, especially if they're a veteran.
Yeah, Tua's not too far removed from like an MVP, caliber type season where he was slinging it all over the yard, and we know accuracy, timing, the shit across the middle, that's his strong suit. But I mean, now how would the money work for Tua if he's released from Miami? Would it be kind of like that Russell Wilson cheap rental for what?
Yeah, I believe it's $1.2 million probably.
Okay.
He could sign the vet min, and then he gets all that money from Miami still.
Yeah, so you bring him in to compete maybe with J.J. McCarthy for the starting quarterback job. I don't see that being a terrible situation.
Yeah, but we can kind of that ship has sailed, right? I mean, we are
What ship?
We are 2 seasons removed from the J.J. McCarthy thing, and we're already talking about like who the hell is going to play quarterback for the Vikings. Like I think the GM who drafted him's gone, so there's that. If they loved JJ, and we all love KOC, like genuinely, he's an amazing coach. But if they aren't confident now, what is going to change over the next year if he's not going to play this year? Like at this point, J.J. McCarthy feels like he might fall into the like, hey, Baker Mayfield. He'll go somewhere else, revitalize his career, fresh start, and Minnesota kind of damn near moves on because they're not going to pick up his 5th-year option. I mean, that is completely out of the question, and this is going to be his 3rd season.
Is the JJ train leaving the station in Minnesota already?
I'm not going to write him off.
The 9 train is out of here?
I'm not writing him off.
He's still a first-round pick in the building. Like, you bring in somebody for sure, hopefully a veteran that's going to come in and compete with him. But, I mean, he's still young. He's still talented. He showed glimpses at times.
Fourth quarter Chicago Bears.
Yeah, he definitely looked terrible at other times.
Week 1.
What do you mean?
Sick.
What do you mean week 1?
Right. That was sick.
He was offensive player.
You don't remember that?
That's how memorable it was.
Sorry,
I'm not writing him
He
off
was
yet.
offensive player of the week.
You're not writing him off?
Not yet, no.
Okay, it sounds like he sent that train.
A lot of people, yeah.
I am from in Minnesota for sure. Not like career. It just feels like in Minnesota things have gone sour. Like plain and simple. They wouldn't be.
It goes one way or the other, though, Con, man. Think about it. If they bring someone in, it's one way or the other. Either he finds a way through competing with a veteran maybe and figures it out and takes that next step, or he gets beat out and then, bam, he goes somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean,
you've seen the meme too much.
Yeah. The 9 things on a lot of
I've
things.
seen it on presidents.
I've seen it on
Who was it on recently?
On everybody.
The toll?
I guess we're kind of just going down the line. There has to be some sort.
Yeah.
I'm getting highlight updates from war.
Oh,
This is
know.
a crazy thing to be a part of right
know.
now.
Yeah.
We got another one.
Yeah.
Put 2 up there. It's like, whoa, scrolling through.
Yeah.
We got a scoreboard now on this thing.
Kind of just playing Duck, Duck, Goose over there.
But we need to make sure this is not a long. Hey, I don't know. Crazy time to be alive on your phone.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Then Elon comes in and goes, you can go up to the For You thing and just get rid of politics if you want right now. Don't you worry about that. And then you go in there and you're like, I feel like everybody else is watching it right now. Kind of want to be in there now. We'll keep it in.
Yeah, but
and then I'm a part of the toxic problem.
and X is
I'm part of the toxic
absolute-
problem.
X might be the worst place to get the news on all this. So
No, because right there on the bottom, Grok tells me if it's true or not. And then somebody goes to Grok, are you sure? And then Grok goes, good point.
Yeah.
Actually.
No, I'm not.
It is a crazy time to be alive. We hope it all works out. But the JJ meme has entered into that world, into that space pretty good. And to your point about not giving up on him, maybe he becomes a guy. But it does feel like the Minnesota Vikings are at a point where they need somebody else to be their quarterback, at least at this exact point, and then moving on. And if this quarterback does good, I don't know if they're just going to Sam Darnold him. I don't know if they're just going to Kirk Cousins him. Feels like they would probably not make that same mistake. So I think whatever veteran comes in here, if there is success, I don't think we ever see JJ because that's what they're looking for again. Now, will that happen with Tua, Kyler, Geno? Is Aaron Rodgers potentially?
Yeah, Raj.
You
We don't know. We don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, but there was a little smoke with Aaron Rodgers and the Minnesota Vikings last year. And you start putting 2 together, it's like Aaron Rodgers and Kevin O'Connell's offense. What do you got to be able to do? Well, you got to know what the defense is doing. Okay, I think he knows that. You got to know where to go with the ball. And then you got to be able to put the ball there. That is, those are the 3 things you need to do in a Kevin O'Connell. Because there's going to be people wide ass open if you know what the defense is doing with the way he draws up plays. And it's like, could you imagine Aaron Rodgers in that offense? And then everybody's like, well, could you imagine Mike McCarthy? What are we even talking about back in Pittsburgh there?
Super Bowl.
So it's the Minnesota Vikings quarterback is a massive question mark, I think, this entire offseason. And I don't know how much money they have to really address the entire situation. I guess they're going to try to find
not a lot.
Yeah, sounds like they're going to try to find it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. When you have one of the best wide receivers there, that always helps. You have some talented offensive linemen, and obviously the head coach being the play caller helps as well. The only drawback I would see with Aaron is what it's been for the last few years. It's just the age, and like if you're getting a quarterback in the building at this point, it's somebody that you want to like build a future with, especially if they're not hiring the GM until after the draft process, but you're going to have a new GM there with KOC. So I would think it would be someone that you have, at least kind of a longer road. At this point, I see Aaron Rodgers almost being, a year-to-year type thing. After every year, it's like, hey, am I retiring or am I going to continue? So that would be the only drawback.
Which would be, but that would be a perfect setup if they still believed in JJ.
Yes.
Yeah. And then that's
he needs reps though. He's got to play.
But he's not going to play.
But that's what makes no sense either when you're talking about guys like Kyler or like Kyler's not going to Minnesota if he's not the starting quarterback. Does he seem like the kind of guy who's going to be like, hey, I'm going in and I'm going to battle? And even Dan Jones, like, is he going to be healthy? Like, so if they're bringing him in, he's not competing with.
And they made him an offer, allegedly more than what the Colts made him an offer for. So they've been in the game before. It's crazy. All these things are possible. And that's why this time is fantastic. Today, in about an hour, Team USA takes on the Giants. Let's see Skeens and the boys do their thing before we take over the World Baseball Classic. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change their life. Goodbye. Got a lot of info in there at the end.
Yeah, perfect.
I wanted to drop one more take. I wanted to give one more take. But I didn't. I held it back.
What was it?
I don't know. It's gone.
Just the one from earlier that you also
have not said that one.
Okay.
That one's waiting.
Okay.
I had something that was ruthlessly, toxically smart-ass that almost came out of my mouth earlier. And I said, I'm not even letting that get out here. And everybody goes, no, we want to hear one. No, I'm going to have to craft this one a little bit better. Make sure it gets out of my mouth and doesn't destroy everything.
Sure.
I got some ideas, though.
Okay.
It was really cool doing the Combine.
Great.
Combine's here every single year. We talk about it like, hey, all the deals get done and these things. Never been in there. Just hear from everybody around the city basically about what it is. Never actually got to see it. Getting a chance to kind of see how it all operates. What a special time for the NFL here in Indianapolis, honestly. And the amount of info that is being gathered by everybody, obviously on the new prospects, but just like getting a little bit of intel on what an expectation is for something. And it's like, thank you. And then going back to home base, putting all the info that they've gathered, trying to decipher what's real, what's not real, what matters and what doesn't matter, to set the tone for free agency frenzy, to set the tone for franchise tagging, to set the tone for everything that's about to happen during draft season. It's like, it is a insane time in Indianapolis throughout those 4 nights. And I don't know how they survive. Well, I don't know how these fucking people survive. I genuinely don't. I mean, you're talking 2:30, 3:30, just normal, hey, we'll meet at 2:15, 2:30. It's like, I have a show, 12 to 3. And they're like, no, I'm talking.
AM.
There's another one, right? Coming around. Go ahead and catch that fucking second one. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, I have something at midnight with, and then something. It's like, oh, you guys are just doing shit all night. It's like, yeah, have a drink, figure this whole thing out. It's like, would love to catch up with you. Then I get in there, and then you start like listening to this person talk about everything that just took place, and then pointing over at something like right over there right now. If I had to guess, I would say they're trying to figure out what their salary cap issue is and who they can get to renegotiate their deal, and if they're able to do that, what they can move. And it's not like people are hammered drunk. Now, having drinks, like a lot of that, but it is like a happy hour basically for like 8 hours for the entire city, and all the shit gets done. And we just got a chance to get a glimpse of like a lot of it. And then we were invited to a couple different suites during the Combine shit, and we stopped by a few. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills post a photo of us in there. Being in them were so nice, like looking at why what matters, here's how this goes, why we got to this point, who's doing what. It's like everybody was kind of like that. And what I kind of gathered from this, and it sounds pretty self-serving, but I mean, the show's named after me. The people watch our shit in every single building, and it's like somebody told us that something we mentioned on our show made them change it. Not in Buffalo. We happen to know a lot of people in a lot of places now, which is what I learned at the Combine. People we played with, people that were younger coaches maybe when we were in there are now in different spots. GMs that know somebody that we know are now in spot. It's an interesting time as we get older. Feels like these older NFL reporters had quite an advantage, Yeah. Because all the people that they had were kind of, our group is kind of getting in there now, lads. Like our boys are kind of getting in there who kind of know who we are. So like getting a chance to kind of chat and hear all the shit around, It was really cool. I mean, it was a cool combine. And then we just fucking fly right over to the greatest city on earth over there?
Yeah.
Well,
pretty close.
I'm not going there. But it is amazing. Over in Scottsdale.
You were fasting for half of it. Okay, you missed the whole fucking thing.
It was beautiful. And
you missed the whole fucking thing.
It was beautiful. And
I was so mad at him. I was so happy for him that he was fasting. And then I just looked at him and was like, you got to fucking eat.
He probably experienced it better than you.
Exactly. I didn't wake
Okay,
up.
that's not the city to go to if you're going to do that.
It's
Okay?
a top 10 U.S. city.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I drop it in top 6, top 5.
I think I would too.
I'd put it in top 6, top 5.
Top 5, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have to
Who's
list
above
it. Nashville, I like Nashville.
Depends what you want to do, though. I think that cities depend on what you're looking to do.
No, I agree. That's what we're talking about, though. Like having things to do, being able to do things. Like I think that goes to a city being ranked. I don't think it's just like event at place. Like Scott, the weather there was out. It was 92.
Perfect. Yeah, weather is
It
unbelievable.
was dry. So obviously you get a bunch of winter creatures like us in there. We're going to naturally just like it. But then the way they took care of it, the people, the group, these boom boom birds out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's lightning and then there's the thunder.
Yeah. Yep.
And those birds are boom boom. Okay, they're not on mushrooms, but probably
you never know.
This group was awesome. Okay, and they really took care of us. And then we're hanging out with Team USA. It's like it's a joke of an existence.
That backdrop on the show.
Oh yeah.
So
Fake.
sick.
The backdrop looked fake
That
for
looked
real.
fake.
Bro, how about Cajun man Scott just working that thing in there?
Filthy.
It was unbelievable. It was like, bro, your camera.
The
is
Buttes.
So good. So good. Grandpa Rossi, what a legend.
Yeah. He's the man.
Andy Pettit was talking shit to me. I don't like that.
After you threw a strike, though, he said, okay, at least he's coachable.
He did say that. Feels like the USA guy, baseball guys all have a little something to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Feels like they all got to have a little something to get through the time, if I had to guess.
Well, like you said, too, like that's the other thing is like, I think almost all of those guys watch the show every single day, too, because there is so much downtime. Like you're in the clubhouse or you're in the weight room, like ESPN is on. Like they know who we are.
Yeah, the lads knew who we were.
Yeah.
The lads knew us pretty good out there. I will say, did not expect that, AJ. Honestly did not expect that. Tony's boy coming over to us, Roman.
Legend.
What a stud. What an absolute stud. He looks exactly how you think.
I didn't know he was that big.
I mean, that's the most jacked-looking Italian kid I've ever seen. That I've seen. He is the one. The Italian-American kid playing baseball. This would be the one they would make. And his dad's name's Anthony. I mean,
15 pounds of muscle this offseason. He's a worker.
Jack.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's blue collar. He's Italian. I mean, this is just what he is. It was unbelievable. He knew who the hell we were. Obviously, Bednar just immediately.
Bednar's the man.
I mean, all of them. The whole crew was very, very cool. Dump, obviously, got a chance to ride alongside the big Dump for his entire season. It was cool to know that they know who we are. Because I have so much respect for him because it's a completely different world that I know about.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge is a giant. Dino, it was nice to meet Dino. This guy's Dino. I don't like it. Kind of Sicilian in me there with the way the angle of the camera is and the mountain in the back. Yeah, in the groundskeeping crew, we'd like to say, shout out to the dogs.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, boys. Once again, I believe they watch the program as well. Shout out to the Horseflies. Okay, I got a ping pong team jersey from one of the grounds crew. Gentleman's name was Patrick, I do believe. He gave me a tank top. He has a ping pong team. They're called the Horseflies. He actually drew up the graphic pretty solid. He had a large and an XL. Oh, no, he had an XL and a double XL. Didn't know how fat I was because he is a fan of the program.
Sure.
I said, hey. You're on it.
No, smart man.
I said, I'll take the XL. Give me a couple months. Maybe keep getting a little lazier. I'll take the double XL. So it was like, felt very welcome. Maybe the most welcomed we've ever felt at one of those types of events.
Yes.
In any sport.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Players, coaches, people working there, absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you, baseball. We appreciate it. I don't know enough about you, but I'll try my best to learn. Thank you for all of it.
I mean,
learn more.
You kind of can't say that anymore.
I know.
You stared down one of the coats.
Yeah, I was in.
When's when do we get to see that?
Yeah, so I mean,
wait till you see the camera angles too. The boys did it. Hey,
yeah, it's great.
We kind of did some shit out there, Age. I think we got some good content. I think
you went right-handed. You bat right or left hand? We know you're a switch hitter.
He didn't know that. And I didn't want to drop that on him mid-inning because I know. And also, he's a lefty.
Yeah,
so
you do not go going lefty on lefty.
You chose to go right, yeah.
Yeah, for his sake.
Yeah.
But there was a couple times in there where I had to remind myself, like, hey, like, try to hit, try to hit this thing. Because I'm sitting in there and I'm like, holy fuck, Clayton Kershaw right now. He's pitching me. I sent him a big, long text afterwards, like, hey, brother, listen, thank you for allowing me to experience that, okay? Like, top 10 pitcher all time is what the conversation was. Obviously generational, maybe even top 5. Their stats are going to be able to say he's whatever, when, whatever, forever. And it's like the only people that get to do that are the people that have worked their ass off for their entire life in baseball and gotten a chance to experience that. I know, and while I was in there, I don't know a lot of baseball people, but while I was stepping in, I'm like, this is certainly a fucking bucket list item for 100% of baseball fans. And then as I'm getting in there, I'm like, I'm not the right guy to be doing this, but holy shit, we're staring down like a goat right now who can still do it.
Yeah.
He can still, and there was some real, I don't know what's all going to happen in World Baseball Classic. I'm not going to be the one that's going to be putting out ideas or opinions because I don't know shit about shit. But I think there was a little bit about how this was going to be what Clayton was going to do for Team USA, was potentially just this and MB. And then all of a sudden they're seeing what he's doing. It's like, of course Kershaw can still. And then it's like, wait a minute, are you? They're like, we don't, you know. And then Pettit's like, hey, we don't need
hustle the fuck up.
We don't need
all
as
right?
much fucking downtime right now. He just warmed up. We don't need any more fucking pitches. Okay, so it was it was awesome. It was a really cool experience. But as I was in there were so many times where I was just like a little kid, just like, let's just, man, I'm at Disney World right now. Clayton Kershaw throwing this thing, and then I remember, we're trying to hit this thing, and right. By that point, we're so far gone, we have no chance. Was there a buckling? What is your guess?
No.
I like that. Jeff Passan said I took him yard. AJ said I didn't buckle.
They know.
I thought you took him left field. I think you pulled it. You went left field.
You have to see. You have to see what happens. You know, it was a inning. I had 3 outs against Clayton Kershaw, and we'll be releasing the video. All for charity. All for charity. If I hit a home run, he would have had to donate and would have to donate $25,000. And then there's different monetary values for different things. Him throwing a strike, me making contact, me getting a hit. We didn't put anything in there for laying a bunt. There's a couple times where I was like,
thinking about
easily. You squared around on him. What if he threw you a curve and you squared around a bunt? You just ate one right in the dong, right in the face. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. And he's the coolest guy.
Yeah.
The man.
Seems like it.
The coolest guy, dude. Him walking into that fucking tank top.
That headband, yeah.
Imagine him just walking into that clubhouse. Boys, we're going to win this thing or what? And it's Clayton Kershaw doing that. Like, he knows he's a vibes guy, team guy, and also a legend. And he was so cool with his time. And he's one of the first people, Jelly Roll did this at Big Night Out. He's one of the first people where I say, hey, we're going to make a donation. If you want to be a part of it or whatever, that's cool. And he goes, yeah, I'll donate, dude. Yeah, I'll donate with you. And I was like, well, you're going to have donated, if I take you.
When?
Yeah, when? Potentially. You're going to have donated. Okay, yeah, he said, okay. There was some shit talk from Mrs. Kershaw, which I respected. She was holding a baby, and she talked shit on me. I thought that was really awesome. I thought that was a cool moment. Yeah, it was really cool. The hospitality was outrageous from baseball, and we're very grateful for it. Very, very, very grateful for our relationship. And we're going to continue to try our best to learn more and celebrate the shit out of the sport. But I think the sport's going to do that with this WBC.
Yeah, I'm very excited to watch that.
Yeah, these next 2 weeks, it's like actually all baseball, and then March Madness.
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we'll wrap up all the storylines around sports, and then we'll get the hell out of here and watch Team USA in their first scrimmage against the Giants. That Giants practice facility over there, they did it.
Yeah, it looks pristine, I would say. It comes across well on camera.
I watched them put together a batter's box and line down the thing, their grounds crew, in 14 seconds.
Yeah, less than 30 for sure.
Like NASCAR picker, was that put a cage up, take a cage down, move this over to here, move this over to here. It's like no problem, bang it a boom, with a bang it a boom, and they're all just lockstep with each other. And then everything's perfect. Hey, you know what? That dirt looks a little dry back there. Nope. Not anymore. Perfect, like I thought.
There it is.
Team USA. Drop the A off the hat because it's all about
us. Love that.
I like that.
Me too. That was a good bar. I dropped it on somebody else, and they didn't know what I was talking about, so I don't know if they're all saying it. But
okay.
Bryce has been doing that for a long time.
Spread it around. It was the first day.
He's been on that team for 20 years.
Hey, boys, remember, we dropped the A.
Us.
It's about us.
Us.
Be your friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're back on the other side. Take 5.
AJ always like to say the good old days we're living them, this breathless stress, God bless. We killing them, perspective's a necessity. These days especially, so if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasantry.
12 teams counting down to 1. We're trying to find a national champion, and it starts right here in Norman with the Boomer!
Hey, look at that fucking bell button. That's a little small. Who's that? Who's out, Mike? That's George Strait. Don't you fucking forget it.
Oklahoma's the last team standing! I hear you wild fucking maniacs going crazy.
You deserve what you earn in this life. You'll get burned, the world turns, you'll be fine. Don't concern with the hurt, feel divine. You'll emerge as the pure Dylan shrine. Universe isn't first, it's on time. You live yours, I live mine, no cosign.
$1.5 million. Yeah, Malachi Tony's an explosive play waiting to happen. Malachi Tony outside, touchdown, Miami! Barsari in shotgun, looking to his left. Sweet! Touchdown with his second pick of the game. He said as soon as he saw me wear the hat, he wanted to shove it up my fucking ass.
So many people paralyzed by fake problems. See all the negativities impairing all their prophecies. Never fail, always win, gotta be philosophy. This life is one and done, it's an actual anomaly, that's why. Tonight it's Darius Butler versus AJ Hawk in the Cotton Bowl.
He has been able to do whatever he wanted all year.
Keontae's cap should have been a Thorpe Award winner. Big six, baby. Big time play.
Stop it.
Big time play.
Keontae Scott was the stadium.
All right, Foxy, you better tell me if you're filming him. I do not give consent.
He's not in this bubble. Keep on. Yeah, buddy. Crimp that thing.
Got a mismatch over there with Jeremiah Smith.
That's where he looks. Jeremiah Smith. Catches. Touchdown. This is Texas. You can't hold him. Touchdown.
I caught it.
Oh,
you did?
No.
Caught him on the head.
Shamar Bryant. Oh, no good. No boss call by Ohio State. Touchdown. Hurricanes. This game is over. The Miami Hurricanes have won the Cotton Bowl.
Good for you. Good for you. I need an Ohio State jersey. It's time to put them. Oh, no.
Cheers to all you motherfuckers. Appreciate you. Cheers. Have a good day. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, boys.
Hey, it's been a hell of a year.
That's why AJ always like to say the good old days we're living on, this breathless stress, God bless. We killing them, perspectives a necessity. These days especially, so if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasant trees. Anchors out, identify, life is lit, I guess that's why.
A couple times last night, I could have got you with a double leg.
You're gonna get nice and beat up when I see you.
Indiana Hoosiers are winning the Rose Bowl. What do you do? Are they getting in the paint? Oh, what a grab! What a grab!
Unbelievable. What a start for IU. Indiana's going to be up by 10 points against Alabama.
Breaks a tackle. Breaks 2 points. Jump ball. Touchdown. Omar Cooper Jr. Elijah Surratt. Touchdown in the corner. Touchdown. Hoosiers. Walk down the IU bench. Saw Mendoza. Job well done, buddy. And then we happen to run into Sid. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. There's some things that USA has that nobody else does. College football is one of them. And a B-2 stealth bomber is another. Greatest country on earth, no questions asked. I just got a red, white boner. I think I got a little freedom. The erection has
Fucking different in the Big Ten, baby. Yeah!
That's why AJ always like to say the good old days we're living on this breathless stress. God bless. We're killing them. Perspectives are necessity. These days especially. So if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasant dream.
Legends everywhere. Ray Lewis just stopped by. And then Calais Campbell's walking by. This is what it is. Give me the Miami Hurricanes.
Being MVP tonight as he pops one open for an all-miss total.
Eventually, last play before the 2-minute timeout. He takes a shot to Marion, who's wide ass open. Touchdown! Marion, who once attended Darius Butler's football camp. Quick to Malachi Tony, one of the most explosive players in football. He breaks through. Malachi Tony to the clip. Trinidad. Carson Beck. He's going to run it himself. Congratulations, football. Congratulations, society. The U is back.
AJ always like to say the good old days we're living on this breathless stress. God bless. We killing them. Perspectives are necessity. These days especially. So if you wait, you should take some time to live a pleasant dream.
Double leg at the natty. It's coming. Double leg at the...
Of course, you brother.
Shotgun. Pick six to start this. Fernando Mendoza spinning it. Touchdown. Omar Cooper Jr. Fernando Mendoza takes a shot to Becker. Touchdown. Hoosiers. Shake, rattle, touchdown. This ref incredibly jacked. Oh, yeah.
Indiana Hoosiers are going to national championship.
So many people paralyzed by fake problems. See all the negativities impairing all their prophecies. Never fail, always win, gotta be philosophy. This life is one and done, it's an actual anomaly. That's why.
Win their first national championship. Ty, what's Sig saying here?
Hey, that's BS. Look, he's right under the chin strap. My quarterback's not even looking. He's taking one right in the mouth. Knock his teeth out.
Joyce in the punt. He's been out here a lot. Fernando keeps it himself. I'm going to run. Mendoza! Carson back to Malachi Tony. This dude's unstoppable. Can he do it again for Miami? Takes a shot. Interception. Jamari Sharp says, give me that. And the Hoosiers of Indiana are your national champions in football.
Look back and you think, oh, those are the good old days. Nope, I've told you before. We're living the good old days right now. It only gets better every single day.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
All right, boys, I gotta do this bullshit Zoom. Yeah.
We're muted. It feels like this guy's got a lot of energy and no fucking idea what he's talking about.
It's nice. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. We're muted, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hello, brother. Thank you for making time this morning. I can't wait to hear what you're pitching, man. I can't wait to hear about it.
First and foremost, huge fan, Mr. McAfee. I know you're busy. I'll get right to the point. As a company that prides itself on being on the bleeding edge of our industry, we want to be in the Pat McAfee business.
Okay.
We believe we have the bandwidth, externally and internally, to take the existing Pat McAfee brand and make it the most sought-after property in media, with simple, actionable items that we'll achieve by thinking outside the box, just like you would, Mr. McAfee.
Yeah, you nailed it, I think. You know, it's McAfee. You know that?
Like the antivirus?
Yes, but they're not just an antivirus. They're a scam detection, fraud detection. They're a safe surfing provider. And they'll secure your network whenever you're on public Wi-Fi. And yes, it's McAfee, not McAfee. And they're the greatest tag team partner for anybody in the digital space. What the fuck?
It's more than an antivirus, and we love that. It's more than an antivirus, they have your back.
Happy New Year. Okay, listen, 2026 is going to be your greatest year, but it's also going to be your safest year digitally because you are going to download the McAfee app that looks just like this. Boom! Once you download the app, bang! You sign up. McAfee will automatically check your system if it's safe, check your Wi-Fi if it's safe, and they'll see if there's been any breaches of your name out there in the deep, scary web.
I'm the government, you see? You better pay me. I'm the DMV. I need your social security number. The IRS. Just click the link. That's me. You better click the link. You better send me money. If you don't, you're going to jail. Click it.
That's the one you're looking for. The scam detector. All you do is click that button, and then it'll take you to a page where you either screenshot a message that you received, or you copy and paste and put it in here, and it'll let you know if it's a scam or not. Or click this button right here and enable an automatic scam detection for scams in your emails and your text messages. Basically, this app and this page is about to save you and your digital self for all of 2026 and beyond. McAfee, more than an antivirus.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be your friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. Did not expect that reaction. Welcome back to our humble abode, Thunderdome, on this Franchise Tag Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Hour 3 of the program begins now. Sports! Thank you, AJ, for fully committing like that, even though you're completely off because of timing issues, not because of yourself, but because of technology. That's AJ Hawk. Hawker, how you doing? There's a professional league here in town, I believe, this week happening at this exact moment. I got an email saying that they would love to host us out there, and I just read it literally right before we go live, and Connor just stopped in his tracks. He goes, I would seriously do that if we were going to do that. And then we're back right there. So I did not expect the full-blown reaction out of Connor in the exact moment. Maybe we do got to go check out some bowling.
I mean, it's electric.
I co-sign.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Someone just bowled a 300. Perfect.
I believe the PBA is in town, and we got an email saying, hey, if you want to come through, let's go ahead and do it. I think it was a brand new guy.
Yes.
I think it was like his first round. He
Young gun.
Beast.
Yeah, I think so. Rolls 300, kind of knocks everybody's pins off their shit.
Yeah, calling him the next Rick Kenmore. He's that good.
Yeah, no, they were calling him more so the American two-handed wonder from down under there.
Oh.
That's what they were kind of saying at the time. I believe from my reporting or journalism around the internet. But yeah, I guess PBA is here in Indianapolis. And I did not expect the immediate from Connor over there. I mean, it was like a dog sees treat.
You guys do realize that Kenmore and Norm Duke and Pete Weber, they're not going to be there, right?
No, but I'm saying.
Whoa.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
And what if the moment happens where who the fuck do you think you are? I am happens right here.
Yeah, for the new generation.
Yeah. Right now. We have no idea.
Yeah, a suck my sack moment. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like that is what you live for. And yes, Tony, they're not going to be there, but people when they first went to see Rick Kenmore and Pete Weber didn't know.
No, they did.
Holy shit, we're watching until they got there and watched.
Yeah, and we see the clip now. It wasn't like it was planned to happen. On that
exactly.
It might take place at the Go Bowling U.S. Open happening here. And it's the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open is a fucking major we're talking
Yeah,
about here.
so a 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler, is saying, I don't think this is what you guys think this is. Is that
No, I'm not saying that, but I mean those are greats. Those are all-time guys. I don't know yet. We got a new young gun just coming out here rolling 300 his first go around. I mean, we never know. We'll see. I'm in too. Count me in.
Okay, so there is a two-handed. We need to think about this. Scroll up, please. Scroll up, please. There is a new two-handed. You see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is a new double wonder coming there from.
Is that Brandon Bata?
What?
Is that Double B?
Is that legal?
That could be Bata.
This one, we know this one, don't we? That one is a famous one. The one over the 2 of 2026. He's
Sherman?
somebody. We know him. He's been around a long time.
Sizemore?
Big Sherman?
They're in town. Yeah.
Does it just happen at normal bowling alleys? Do they just set up some like bleachers behind a couple lanes at a normal
You
alley?
son of a bitch.
You're calling roll pin just a normal.
Yeah, do you guys know Roll Pin Woodland? You guys know this place?
I know that if you go in there, the fucking oil pattern's a little bit tougher.
exactly.
RP Dub?
You
Yeah,
need
we
to
know
get
it.
a little bit more weight in that ball.
That's
Okay,
right.
you need to check the watch.
Exactly.
Just a little bit cleaner and a little bit smoother. You need to go 3 triangles to the right. Go ahead and let that thing eat. Because what you don't know is there's a little bit of a dry spot here on L2. So, yeah, I think we know what it is.
Exactly.
Okay,
I'm surprised it's there though.
yeah, that is a fascinating place. I have been through Royal Pin Woodland. I do appreciate there's a lot of space.
I was thinking Lucas Oil.
Normally for the crowds, yeah.
Not enough space. you're saying.
assumed, yeah.
You can't
I
set
assumed.
up a Mickey Mouse runway just on a football field. These guys are going to get out
Runway?
there.
Oh, I've been to
Yeah,
Royal
I'm saying
Pin
the
Woodland.
whole deal. I mean, I'm obviously the alley.
No, they
I'm
call
talking,
them
you got
runways.
the runway leading up to it. You know, that's got to be pristine wood. That's got to be old.
Royal
driveway.
Pin Woodland is an interesting. I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, we've been there. I think we've all probably been there.
So no.
It is crazy. It's not Lucas Oil.
There's a good arcade.
Gamebridge at least. Use the basketball court.
Yeah, why not down there at Butler or Fieldhouse?
Hey, boom.
They can use their wood.
Know what they need to use?
Because it ain't a fucking bowling alley.
Until when? Till
Actually,
fucking double wonder kid comes
IMS is probably the only stadium, arena, facility that we have in the Indy area that would house everyone who wants to watch it.
Yeah, you're talking about maybe we do put it in the middle of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a place that is as large as some cities, and put it right in the middle so everybody can watch from the outside.
Yeah.
Should do that with the dark.
What we're saying, PBA, is look out. Sounds like we're coming through. You guys still smoking cigs in there or not?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
in
shit.
Indy.
I'm coming in with mask because of the smoke. I will declare the reasoning on why I have it on as well, so everybody understands that. But actually, no, I need to get back in.
Yeah.
It's good for you every once in a while.
Yes, it is.
What was it? Holiday Lanes?
Yes.
I grew up Holiday
Doug
Lanes.
Oat.
The last real place that people could smoke cigs was bowling alleys.
Yeah, Holiday Lanes. It's not open anymore. They shut it down because they fucking hate America, I guess. And also maybe it didn't make any money. But
After school Friday bowling.
Yeah,
Probably the second part.
it was right above. It was right above McDonald's. It was right above McDonald's, man. I walked down there, go up to the bowling alley. They had a little bike track in the back. You could jump
Upstairs bowling alley?
No, it's up a hill. Pittsburgh, dude. Everything's up a hill. So like McDonald's is here. You walk uphill around Bend. Holiday Lanes is up here. A lot of fighting in that back area back here.
Sure.
And then you come in here, you got smokes, you got billiards, obviously, you got bowling taking place.
That was kind of the parking lot to fight in, wasn't
I
it?
mean, you kind of pass 6-7 hours of your day, and then you just walk your ass back home and be like, well, that was fun. What did you do today? I couldn't.
Went to Lanes.
There was a fight, and somebody got beat up pretty good.
They're fighting down the lanes. We got to go.
Yeah, I think I smoked a cig at one point.
You
I
walked
Try to
out
get
there,
some
the
cigs out
sun
of the
just
machine
blinds your
too.
eyes.
Old school cigarette machines where you pull the lever, like those things are. I bet those are worth big money now.
Yeah, try to convince somebody who is leaving before their ball rental ends if we could steal their balls for the last like 10 minutes or so we can get a little round in here. That'd be great news. Also, I'm selling those cigs that you're not smoking, so if you could just leave those out easier, I would appreciate that. The bowling alley brought a lot to my life.
Bowling's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I never got into the. I could hold my own. Like if we were to bowl, I would not look like asshole. What did I do for that one where we took on the like 170 something?
I was gonna say like 182 was the first thing.
Yeah, I think I had like a 170 something. So that is possible. That is
You spin
possible.
it? Are you a spinner like a real bowler?
Check watch, bro. Yeah, every time. All I've learned
Okay.
one time, somebody I watched who probably rolled over 200. I was, oh, this guy's the greatest in the world. I didn't even know that was possible. Just check watch. Move right to, just check watch, dude, and then it'll go where it needs to go. And I ain't picking shit up. Like I'm not doing.
Sure.
You know, I'll watch the thing.
could.
It'll tell me I need to fucking. It's like, yeah, we'll see here, pal.
Maybe you're a two-hand guy.
That's what.
There's a chance.
And it is immediately when my eyes go to is like, holy shit, we got some real fucking.
Yeah.
See, if you go two-hand, I thought you want to go two-hand if you're not strong enough to go one-hand.
No.
No, that's because you want some more sauce, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta.
You want to move over 4 and rotate that thing.
Yeah, you want to turn that.
Someone
song
doesn't
into-
know his shit.
Yeah, obviously, guy in blue here that you are fucking disrespecting. He's turned that son of a bitch from the gutter to the head.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's hitting that pocket, boom, dancing that thing. And every time it's going down, people go, whoa, boom. There's a lot of that. You know? What's that?
I want to know who's competing tonight.
I hope they're doing it closer to today so that when we're done here, I can maybe think about making the great decision of going and watching that, you know, without having ruined anything happen tonight.
Well, if it's
maybe.
today, I can't. I thought it was going to be Saturday.
It's all day.
Okay.
Prime
okay,
time,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's always prime time.
Is it happening right now? Go Bowling U.S. Open. It's on
Saturday.
CW too.
Oh, shit.
No, it's
the
March 1st
final.
through March 8th.
Yeah, the final is on Sunday, and it'll be on C-Dub.
Can we call these people to see if anybody's competing to try to get on CW right now? Like, I'd like to go see Double Wonder Kid.
All the lanes.
Is he pitching right now? I'd like to know if he's out there.
Are they open for normal traffic, like foot traffic? Like,
oh yeah,
Court's got a couple.
Get a lane next
got
to
at
him.
least 8 lanes
You
open.
think we
still.
should
Play pop
Try
shop behind
quality.
them.
Maybe we
try-
get both sides of what they got sitting up.
Not a bad idea.
Just set up some
bumpers
chairs.
on one side.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. We need to stop brainstorming on air. This is the off season. Mikaela Shiffrin lied on the internet. Don't like that.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Friend of the program. Okay, we will call her friend of the program forever because how great she was. She seems to be very active on social and on X. We like that. Okay, we are excited that she has entered our algo. Oh my God, you guys! I just went on Pat McAfee Show live and told them they yapped a lot. That was the first thing she said.
It was.
That was maybe the greatest intro I've ever seen of anybody.
We were yapping in her defense.
And there was a lot of yapping, and then she actually pretty good yapper as well.
Yeah.
But I also didn't say fuck.
She did.
She 1,000% did.
Right away.
And shit.
And then she said that was awesome. We agree. We appreciate you having us on, but let's not be lying here.
Yeah.
Let the record show.
Exactly.
Mikaela said fuck and shit numerous times through it all.
Quick succession.
And we would like to say that's why almost immediate Hall of Fame performance on our program out of Mikaela Shiffrin. And we appreciate her enter. This weekend, she's got the Gabagool down there.
Gabagool Open.
Yeah, and she, Buona
Is she
Fortuna.
bowling?
Yeah.
Is she bowling too?
Good.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
She good.
No doubt.
Yeah, she could.
Where's the Gabagool Open?
It's over there in Valle
Gabagool, Italy?
Yep.
Valle d'Alusa.
Got it.
Yep.
Gabagool, Italy is actually a pretty big region.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty big region.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Northern.
The Gabagool province.
Yeah, I think it is. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
territory. Yeah.
Territory, sure.
Speaking of bowling and all these awesome things, I put out a bird call in the middle of the break because I would like a new segment on the show. I'm looking to do the Thunderdome's World's Greatest. Whatever it is. If you have a talent that would be deemed world recordable, okay, like if the Guinness folks would come and say, that's a world record, if they would adjudicate it and say, that's a world record, we'd like to start doing our own here at the Thunderdome's World's Greatest. Now, the first person that we want to be entered into the Thunderdome's World Greatest Hall of Fame has already been decided. So nobody, except for this one person who is the one that we would like to model the Thunderdome's World Greatest after.
Okay.
But we would like ideas. So we got terrible responses to this.
Yes.
Okay, we got a few.
Like what?
Just, I mean, there was just some bad ones. There was
trivial
some
stuff.
marathon ones. Like there were some, like those types of things. We appreciate what they have and what they're able to do, but I think what we all understand, we're trying to do this as a segment on show. So like it needs to be something that could be done. But we obviously cash prize, $10,000 down there to a winner. Travel them in, and obviously you're a part of the Thunderdome's World Greatest Hall of Fame, which will become a book, which we will start giving out. So I'm trying to make this a real thing because I think people who have special talents should be celebrated. But I also think it's absolutely spectacular television whenever people are attempting to do something that I've never seen before, and it appears to be incredibly difficult, and holy hell, nobody's ever done this before. So I would like to add that to our world and to our entire program. We just need the people that have those abilities to want to do it as well.
Yeah.
Saw some people say only $10,000. It's like if somebody's throwing a paperclip for fucking, like, all right,
You want $1 million?
yeah. What am I? Like there's,
Yeah.
Oh my God! Holy fuck! Everybody, stop what they're doing. Guy Fieri's on SportsCenter.
What?
Yes.
What are we doing? Can we get audio?
He's talking about the Raiders, obviously.
How did we miss that today?
I don't know. We should have been told by Foss to market this.
Yeah.
Can we?
I'm fucking sick of not knowing awesome stuff's happening. This kind of goes back to the Thunderdome's world's greatest. We want to know all the awesome that's happening in the world. If Guy Fieri's on SportsCenter talking about the Raiders, we'd like to know about it.
Yeah.
If somebody can make 1,000 free throws in a row, we would like to celebrate you in real time.
Hottest pepper in the world.
I've already done that.
I know you have.
Maybe a bullseye on a dartboard from 150 feet.
I don't know if we have from however long we have.
Right. Or something.
Yeah, from like any of these archery though. Good idea.
Yeah.
Whatever you think you could do in here, it'll be happening in here. We got the height. Whatever you need to do height wise, we got it. If you want to do a belly flop,
onto cement.
That would be outside because we got wooden floor in here.
Oh yeah.
A waiver.
But the amount of waivers that will be happening for the Thunderdome's World Greatest will be real. But we want to celebrate people who have special talents. And I put a tweet out, got a lot of responses, did not necessarily get any of the things that we thought would potentially be. So we're trying to do this again. We would like this to be a thing. We would very much like this to become a thing. Because I think it would be awesome watching us watch something happen.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And also we'd love being the presence of greatness.
Mm-hmm.
The world's greatness. Mm-hmm. The Thunderdome's world greatest.
Well said.
Wow, that might be the tagline. We need Guy Fieri maybe in there somewhere. What would he find? I'm
I bet he has.
Believe it.
He's
got multiple.
Most delicious burger of all time.
How'd the person that you talked to before the show, Knox, suggest that we have a guy on there?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we called multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, anybody got anything? Need anything? Nobody. Nobody we talked to. Numerous people.
Yeah. This could be why no one's trying to fucking book someone head up with Guy at really any time.
Yeah, you want someone at 1 o'clock?
So it's like
that's a great point.
It's like, hey, guys on TV, cancel plans. You were going on TV today? No, you're not.
Look what we did. We turned our show off, put their show on.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately upon seeing it. Guy, we love you're in sports, brother. Keep on coming.
Thank you, Guy. There's a really interesting thing going on with Guy, too, with his tequila.
What do you mean?
You guys see anything
about
that?
Guy, he lost like multiple truckloads, right?
I did not see anything.
What?
Guy, I think he has like 45 different businesses too.
Yes, he does.
I mean, that is a fascinating human being. When they look back on the Guy Fieri life, they're gonna be like, "Wow, that guy did this, and let's not even talk about groceries games.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's not even talk about the
Mayor of a town,
Triple D,
Flavored
Town,
Flavored Town,
tournament champion,
donkey sauce.
He's more of the king of Flavored Town, I think, but I like that he says mayor as if it was duly appointed.
Or mayor of a state, perhaps.
I was voted that here in Indiana. Shout out to me. That was pretty cool at the Combine. Who's the unofficial mayor of Indiana? It's like, well, that's not how that works, I don't think. They put that up on the Jumbotron, and everybody was voting on it with a QR code. Sorry, Fernando. I'm the fucking mayor of a state. So
take your ass to Vegas, bitch.
See ya, dude. Guy Fieri's waiting for you. Maybe you can become the mayor of Flavored Town.
Face of donkey sauce.
God, that's such a good start. I don't like that early because people will think that he's not as good at football because they'll call him a donkey if he's representing.
Yeah, you're right.
Good call.
So he needs to be.
It's like that quote he had. People are like, "You have one bad game. Get ready for this thing."
On that note, Guy Fieri, if you have anything that you could do, perform live, an act of some sort that you think would be considered the Thunderdome's world's greatest,
Guy,
we would like you to be a part of the Thunderdome's World Greatest Hall of Fame. Celebrating the world's greatness. The Thunderdome, world's greatest. That's a good tagline. Now we just got to find them.
Yeah.
Some bench press reps.
Oh.
600 pounds.
Well,
For Guy.
Tebow and JJ Watt still, they said they'd come in.
And AQ.
AQ was in there as well.
AQ, see,
He sent it
I don't
to me
think
recently.
Tebow and JJ, because
And I set records.
they look at AQ and they're like, there's no way that thing is going to beat me in something.
Yeah.
It's like the bench press, this guy's body was creative.
Yeah.
that's the one.
I just watched him do 315 for 10. So
Who, AQ?
yeah,
Where?
I think didn't Talk put out a video of it or something.
Those short arms, it helps.
Yeah. I mean, you just saw it. I just
Pretty damn good.
I didn't know if he did it this past weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably did in that
I'd
basement.
have to confirm with Talk, but I could have swore I saw it on a Talk video recently.
You did.
Thank you.
Is that a recent video, though?
Yes. He sent him the video.
Talk texted him and said, "Hey, can you hit some bench?" And he did.
Of course.
Talk just hit me with a thumbs up walking through. True. I did that. AQ is the greatest. AQ is an absolute beauty.
Mm-hmm.
No, we got to go stop at this new place.
Yeah.
No, I got this other place. I won't go to bed kind of, though. Yeah, but you won't. I'm kind of tired, dude. I mean, it's been a long couple. This next place.
One more.
Wait till you see this next place. And I walk in. This is really nice. Holy shit. So what are we doing now? We're just sitting here? What's going on? No, we're having a good time. Come on. Let's get some music.
Check out this room.
Come on. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll do it. I feel like I'm kind of being a downer right now, though, in this entire thing. It's been a long day. A lot of sun out here, a lot of boozing. I think I should go to bed. And then you all exit.
I just assumed we were leaving.
I get a tour of a place.
Yeah, that was the word.
I get a tour of a place, okay? Kind of like look at a place. Hey, this is kind of happening. This is what's possible. It's like a club of some sort, Very nice. I come back, boys up and leaving. I'm like, oh, no, these people that I just talked to are not expecting me to leave right now. And I look at you guys. Where are you guys going? Everybody going to bed. I'm like, you motherfuckers. You're going to bed right now?
We out of here?
I did 10 times.
Yeah. That's what we said. Yeah.
We said, yeah, okay.
And then you guys pulled the trigger and got out of there.
Yeah.
I should have been celebrating you guys, what you said. Let me tell you what I was thinking when you guys were walking out of that place. And I was saddling up for whatever the fuck was about to saddle up for. I was like, these motherfuckers doing everything I want to do right now. I was watching you guys skip out of there. It looked like you guys found energy on your way out of there. That was the first time in like 4 hours.
They're going to get those tacos.
Oh, Velvet Taco. Thanks for showing up. Smash Burger Tacos. Those things were phenomenal for the group. Thank you very much for that. Place was gorgeous. I mean, there's just like 7 more places to go. I don't know.
Was it a private club? He took you to a couple private clubs?
Couple, yeah. Yeah, that happened. A couple of those, couple public ones, couple, whoa, what is this? There's no way this is allowed. Thought about that a couple times. This is real life out here? Felt like a couple places were staged just for me and Gumpy. Okay, felt like we walked into a place that was like, this feels staged. This feels like a recruiting trip. Like I thought I was on like a recruiting visit to a school. They were trying, because there was a lot of, look at this house. Look at this house. There was a lot of trying to get me to move there. And I'll tell you what, they got me pretty close.
Yeah.
They called me about 5:30, 6 o'clock, almost had me buying a house out there.
It's a very nice place.
It is. And then 7:30 came and I wanted to go to bed. And then 8:30 was still going. And 7:30, you guys, that's when you guys left, if you recall.
Yep.
Yeah. When we said, let's get out of here.
That was really nice of you guys doing that. Then 8:30 happened, then 9:30 happened,
Listen,
and then fucking 10:30 happened.
You gave us an order.
I was in a basement with 10:45.
You gave us an order and we followed it. That's not on us.
Gumpy was there. Bill was there. Bruce, were you there? Yeah, Bruce was in the middle of it all. You should have seen him.
There's not a lot of basements out in Arizona either.
That's how you know.
Yeah, I guess it was first floor. Oh.
You got to have some cash to have a basement, I think, out there.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. I mean, I didn't know a lot about what was going on.
Those are critters.
I'd seen some of the stuff before in public. I'd seen some of the stuff before. They had little energy devices that they were using.
Sure.
Is it a bunker or a basement?
It looked like it was a basement. I didn't know you saying were they bumpers? And it was like, there was a lot of that going on. It looked like I didn't know that was still taking place. It was 2026. It was like, Jesus Christ, yeah, you guys all got little bursts of energy. It seems like. I don't know what's going on around here. I'd still like you in bed. Come on. No, that ain't my shit. Can I smoke in here? No, you gotta go. Fuck.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit outside.
I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
That's the holy shit. Here is AQ fucking doing it. Here's the video TikTok put out there. I love Arizona. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's kind of a dangerous place for us to go, I think, because of how awesome it all is. We didn't even get on a golf course.
No.
But this guy just walked us around. Look at that. What is that? That's not 315, is it?
Is that 295?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like.
For 5?
There's 10. What's on the end? For 5s or 10s?
I don't know. Can you run that again?
Still a lot. Still a lot of weight, AQ.
275, 295, maybe.
One. See, that's what T-Bone and JJ. That's moving a total of 4 inches.
Yeah. He is built. I mean, AQ is one powerful dude. That's
6 of them.
Yeah, and he knows it too, like somebody, what'd you say? Yeah, he got a little bit of that, got a little bit of that in his old age, and he had it when he was young too, but now he's still letting everybody know he's still got it. That's a good thing. You can really get him riled up pretty quick.
Oh my God.
Just so quick. What? What'd you say? He had one where he dropped his glass. What'd you say?
He does do that sometimes.
Well, you look like your fucking dad right now. I'd like to go to bed. But you have no idea where we're going next.
Just wait.
Okay.
He's very flexible too for how thick he is.
Yeah, he had to be, man. You lose one trait, like having arms the size of most adults, you have to gain another. Like he's super duper flexible. He's the best. AQ is the absolute best. The weather's so nice. We didn't get really burned up.
No,
Hey,
not like I was
good.
expecting to yesterday, especially.
Yeah, we didn't get cooked as much as I thought we
No,
were going to.
and it was hot, but when it's not humid, it's not. I mean, you're not sweating buckets everywhere you go.
Shout out there. Arizona might go into the Thunderdome's world's greatest.
I think it might.
They have a chance. If they're able to get here, the state, which we know the group that would come.
Yeah, exactly.
Belts on. I'm sure they could do some shit. They were a great group. Thank you for the hospitality out there. Bengals, defensive end Trey Hendrickson is not being tagged and will now become an unrestricted free agent. Congratulations.
He's free. Go on, lad.
Ladies and gentlemen, they've done it. The Cincinnati Bengals and Trey Hendrickson have figured out what they're going to do with each other. This has been a 3-year battle of, he needs to just take the deal and shut the fuck up. Well, don't you think I deserve some sort of something? No, you don't. Well, I'm not going to go then. But I feel bad if I don't go, so I'm actually going to go. And I'm going to say the reason why I haven't been here is on their side. They're going to understand that. Trey Hendrickson, in a lot of people's eyes, too good of a dude to do the whole hold out, be a squeaky wheel that could potentially get an oil, especially with the Cincinnati Bengals franchise and organization. Restructured his contract a couple times, negotiated in good faith a couple times at a little bit of a lower value, was allegedly from his side of things, was told that they'd fix it next year. Next year came, they didn't. They will fix it next year. Next year came, it didn't. We'll fix it next year, they didn't. So now Trey Hendrickson is going to be able to go wherever the hell he wants and receive whatever contract is available. We are incredibly happy for Trey Hendrickson, and congrats to the Bengals not having to answer questions or say anything stupid about this situation going forward. This is a good day.
Yeah.
It's a good day for the NFL.
Awesome.
That this is happening. Now, Bengals fans are going to say, well, it'd be nice to have Trey Hendrickson on our team, which I think is what Trey Hendrickson has been saying for multiple years now. Like, can we not? Don't we want to kind of commit to that? I've already done a lower number. Like, what are we doing? So good luck to Trey Hendrickson. Sucks that the Bengals are losing a stud, but I'm very happy for Trey at this moment. I think all parties involved, AJ.
Yeah, didn't we talk about this? Like they claim, obviously they could have tagged him, they could do whatever, but didn't they claim that they would take care of him after this year and they would not tag him? Isn't that something we talked about?
Yeah, but then remember they were going to give him a new deal last year, and then they didn't give him a new deal. So there's been a lot of things.
Hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then his value went to him.
Someone's getting a good
That's
ball player.
the thing that sucks. Is if this would have happened last year, he would have been
40.
One of the exactly. He'd been getting paid like that, and now, like you said, we'll see what contracts out
30,
there.
35, man. It's good.
Anywhere from 25 to 30, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to.
How old is he now?
31.
31, yeah.
Okay.
Because he missed like 12 games or something last year, didn't he?
Most of the season,
Yeah, well, let's just turn on the highlights. Let's
He's still very, very good.
Turn on the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on the hands. Turn on the untaped hands. And him buying into everything. It's like we like Trey Hendrickson around here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some team's going to sign him that's going to be in a Super Bowl hunt, and they're going to get an absolute dog. That's what they're going to get. Huge. That is a big deal for today. Okay, so Kenneth Walker is going to be a free agent. Schefter doesn't think he's going back to Seattle. They're not going to be able to afford him. John Schneider's going to move on. Trey Hendrickson, he's now going to be a free agent. Congrats to whoever signs him and everything like that. Breece Hall got franchise tagged today. Kyle Pitts has been tagged, and so is George Pickens for the Dallas Cowboys. That's the first time we've brought that up.
Yeah.
Sports media. Should have done that a long time ago, but also that could have been A block, B block, C block for like 2 straight weeks.
I saw other shows talk about Max Crosby to Cowboys a lot today, even though Schefter said on each show, Cowboys have not talked about this at all. So,
well, they
said
they said something about a Micah deal. Micah used to be with the Dallas Cowboys. So it's a natural tie-in that you can kind of do that. Max Crosby, I just saw a clip from his podcast. I believe a young woman asked him, "So what are you doing? Do you get traded?" It was like pretty good little gimmick out of her, actually, asking some real questions. He said he met Kubiak. Life is good, trying to figure it out. He said he spoke too much on this. We have reached out to Max Crosby to potentially come on program. We do not think that's going to be happening. We've sent him a lot of but then he's on The Rush, and he's phenomenal. So I would do the same if I was him, by the way. But it would be nice just to get a full clarity on it, but maybe he doesn't even know what the hell is going to happen. There's so much turnover. 6 different head coaches in 7 years, 5 different GMs for Max Crosby.
Jeez.
That's an absurd couple stats.
Nuts.
Insane.
Just turnover, nothing ever real. Hey, I've heard what you're saying. You've said 100 fucking times. hey, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to get everybody buying, I'm going to do it. Okay. The last 4 coaches have literally said that, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a GM, I'm going to get the right guys in here. I'm going to do that. Okay. The last 3 GMs that I've had in the last 4 years have said the same exact thing. I assume it's getting hard to believe. I assume that is something that is that is taking place. But once again, we got a new one.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a new one.
Let's run a Super Bowl.
We got some new ownership as well. Fernando's a guy. Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty. Right now might not be the time.
Whole lot of money.
Now might be the time to kind of hang on. But then the rest of the NFL is like, are you available? Because if that's the case, new time, fun. Yeah, we got an old time. And this old time, we go to the Super Bowl. That's what we're trying to do. That'll be an interesting talking point as we continue throughout this entire time frame.
Yeah, for him, you mentioned earlier, like we want to see him playing on the biggest stage. Schefter talked about him not winning in the collegiate level or in high school. I mean, I don't know how he lost games in high school. I feel like a guy like that would just dominate both sides of the ball based on the highlights that we've seen. But that sucks, especially when you get to this point. You are such a good player to not be on a winning team, and you're in a division. You talk about the NFL, but you're in a division where you've seen teams go from the bottom to the top. Obviously with Kansas City and the Chargers, they're doing their thing, and then Denver, they've turned things around as well. And you're sitting here going through all these different head coaches, different GMs, and I believe Fernando Mendoza is a great quarterback. But it is still going to be part of a rebuild. It's a rookie quarterback. You still got a young running back there. You got, hopefully you can fix the O-line. But I want to see him on the contender. He's said it multiple times. He wants to be a Raider. Now we hear the reports that maybe not. We'll see how it plays out. But I want to see 98 playing in some big-time ball games. I feel like, he obviously deserves it.
Yeah, he's special for football. We hope the world gets a chance to see him. But if that's what the Raiders, that'd be cool too. Good for them.
Yep.
Let's go to some breaking news. Adam Schefter has reported officially Bears Pro Bowl center Drew Dahn has informed the team that he is retiring from the NFL at age 27. Dahn left Stanford in 2021, and after 4 seasons in Atlanta and 1 in Chicago, he has made the sudden and surprising decision to retire. That offensive line was the first thing that Ben Johnson focused on. Obviously, they had immense and immediate success with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson kind of seemingly clicking. Defense that hunts. Wow, that sucked.
27.
Hey, congrats, dude. I assume this was a huge decision. You see the helmet that he has on?
Yeah.
He went to Stanford. Obviously, what's in between those ears is also incredibly precious. I assume he thinks he's made enough money from the game. He's given enough to the game, has enjoyed the game enough, and now it's time to move somewhere else. Very hard decision to retire from anything, especially at this young of an age with as much opportunity that's still out there that can lure you away from it if you really want to do it. So congrats to him. We're happy for him, AJ.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know how it works. If you retire in the middle of a contract, you have to give some of that back. How does it work?
Well, it depends on what the refundable of the signing bonus, because signing bonus is normally money from future years just kind of being allotted up front so that we can kind of dance it around. That's why you're always paying it off forever. So who knows what the contract stipulates on when's refundable, how long it's refundable. Sometimes there's obviously 1 year with Chicago. I don't think that's going to enact a clause that it's no longer refundable or whatever it is, but that's probably all within the contract. I assume Chicago's not going to take any money from them. That would be an interesting look from a franchise and organization. But this is interesting. Not that I've had any conversations with Drew Dahn about Drew Dahn ever in my life, but anytime you see somebody that Pro Bowl at a place that just had success, got a chance to experience success, and can see the future up and to the right, decides to walk away at a very young age, you hope everything's okay. First of all, we literally hope everything's okay. And then you think immediately that had to be such a difficult decision to make.
Oh, yeah.
His whole life probably around ball.
Yeah, and part of that money thing, too, is about the team, too. Remember with Ursa, he didn't go after any of the money, that luck, because when he retired
25.
early, a bunch of money that he let him, walk away with. But yeah, at the height of his career, he is a human at a part of it. And look, you don't know what he's dealing with off the field. I mean, to be in a building like that with Ben Johnson, how he's turned things around, Caleb Williams, he's been a tremendous quarterback. The arrows only seem up and to the right for him, but we don't know what he's dealing with as a human off the field. You went out kind of at the top of your game at the peak. I hope everything is good. And shout out to Drew, man. Congrats on a great career.
We're happy for you. If you're happy, we just hope you're happy, Drew. Thank you for your commitment to game. Spotrac, who's been evolving. Spotrac is doing good shit. Drew Dahn has 2 years, $24 million remaining on his contract, including $9.5 million fully guaranteed in 2026. Then you have to wonder what the signing bonus was and a lot for and all that type of stuff. We assume Spotrac will do the math. We'll follow up with that tomorrow. Also, about an hour and 5 minutes left before franchise tag deadline hits. We will not remain live for that.
Yeah, the boys are about to start their journey.
Yeah, Team USA. Paul Skeens.
Skeens is taking the bump
Skeens
here.
about to take the bump. So what you're about to see is, if you had Oz inside the Thunderdome, what you're about to see, AJ, is this entire group just mosey right on over there. And there's going to be a good time had watching this Team USA that we had the incredible opportunity to experience yesterday start their journey to becoming world champions again. Good luck out there, boys.
Good luck.
Here we go, boys.
I'm fucking proud of the boys.
Yeah. Hard not to be.
I hope we get hot bats for the entire.
I was gonna say, let's get.
I'll be more
let's
proud
get
when they win it all.
Yeah. As we go on here, wasn't really proud of any of the Olympians before it started.
Mikaela Shiffrin, we were proud of.
Oh,
you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
Wow.
I wasn't proud of Jordan Stoltz. I wasn't proud of any of them because
we didn't know.
I mean, that's if Team USA, won silver, would I be as proud of them?
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They won fucking gold though. So let's go out there and take that shit back from Japan.
Well said.
And let's definitely understand that the Dominican team is.
That's a good baseball.
They're not even on my radar.
No, they need to be.
They're a good baseball team.
Somebody showed me their lineup. I know those names.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know those names.
I know.
Yeah, they're. I'm not a big baseball guy. I'm seeing some of these lineups. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was us in Japan here.
Thought that guy was American.
Holy fuck! Where's he play? Here. How long? He's been here since he's how old? How come we don't got him? Oh yeah, he's fucking pounding a baseball right now. Yeah.
Tatis is just.
Yeah, this BP looks a little different.
Yeah, well, they're also in tropical island. There wasn't wind howling in on the fence.
Not working on it.
Juice balls.
What are you saying?
Well, I'm just saying, any of the guys on our team could have went in there and just, hey, you fucking hit a homer every single time. They could have done that. They're taking BP from fucking 25 feet away. They're working on it. You know what? I'm gonna take every single one of these the other way
Are you talking strictly about Aaron Judge right now?
Yeah, I am. Because guess what? Judge, you can hit as many fucking homers out of that, complex as you wanted to. But he's saying, hey, fucking Rossi, can I get a situation here? What am I trying to do here? We got guys on first and third with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fucking rip one into the gap the opposite way and make sure both these guys get in. That's just a level of professionalism, a level of captaincy that I don't think a lot of these other countries are dealing with.
You're saying because all these guys just want to hit ding dongs, ding dong, ding dong.
We could do that, and guess what? We had guys who said, you know what? All right, we got a bunch of media here and people here. Like, I'll be that guy.
Bryce took one.
Bryce Harper hit
the fuck.
Bryce Harper hit it 1,000 miles an hour every single hack he took.
Braggy.
Yeah. Boys were hitting the ball hard.
Bro, so as soon as this BP starts, I don't know the game. I don't know how this works. Bryce gets in there, 2 bunts. Ting, ping. I guess that's just tradition for baseball.
Yeah, and you saw the bunts Bryce laid down because guess what? Bryce ain't going to be bunting.
But he just felt obligated to do it for the game. I think Judge did the same thing.
See a couple.
If you got to do it, let's do it. Brag, boom, bang. And then you see after the second one, as soon as that thing leaves their bat, it's like, all right, I did what I was supposed to fucking do.
Yeah.
Like if my dad was watching right now or my coach was watching right now, they'd be like, that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as that Bregman guy.
He's got a lot of pop.
Junkyard dog.
They Siciliano'd him too. I mean, with the group.
He's not a huge dude. He came out and we saw him after, just in street clothes.
I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it is coming from.
A lot of baseball players are like that.
Powerful lower
That torque. They find some torque. They got crazy torque too, and their hand speed is off the
I
charts.
mean, the fucking knock that was happening, just the purity of the sound.
Yeah.
There was a couple where Bryce just decided he was going to start pulling this shit, just kind of put on a show. It felt like it's literally what he was doing. And it was like he was just like a pitcher would. He was curving it into and then to your point about Judge hit every one oppo. Every single one oppo, and he was like slicing it basically to like hit a thing. And Ty goes, he can hit a home run anytime he wanted.
That's why that guy's hitting fucking 330, because he's going to use the whole field.
And he really did.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just fucking like putting balls places, but he didn't hit anywhere near as many home runs.
No, definitely
Harper went deep center.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Bomb type with howling wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. We're lucky to be. We shouldn't continue to brag about being there. We understand we weren't.
It was pretty cool.
It was cool. I saw Mush.
Yeah.
Saw Marty there. That was good to see him. There was multiple different media entities that were there. It's cool to see everybody. They all love ball, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Do all the boys stay together like in one big hotel, or where? Really?
Yeah, I guess the way it goes is they'll stay in a hotel. Families will come in at different times and leave. I guess that's kind of just like the baseball world. Like families will travel in on a road trip somewhere because they're on the road so much. It's just normal for them.
A couple boys live there.
Down there in Houston?
Yeah,
No, down in, for Houston. I thought you meant Arizona.
Yeah, there's been a couple of the boys that hosted a couple of dinners, I guess, out in Arizona. But yeah, once they get down to Houston, whenever this all starts, I guess they're in hotel living down there, and it's just like, we're in.
Time to go.
They're in the MLB season all of a sudden. It's like, let's go, boys. Let's fucking go.
Bregman knows Houston well. He'll take care of the boys.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was a part of the
bats.
Yeah. He was cheating.
Bats on canes.
He was
He's
cheating.
winking at.
That's what they were doing with garbage cans.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to ask them about that now that we're friends with them. Because we're doing a lot of speculation there for a while.
Yeah, we were.
Now it feels like we maybe get to the bottom of it.
Exoskeleton.
I'll tell you what, it would have been nice to know what Clay Kershaw was throwing.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Would have helped.
It would have been nice to know what Kershaw was saying. And maybe in there he actually tells me something that's... maybe he does start telling me what pitch is coming, you know? One of those, which is nice.
Would that help? If you knew a curve was coming, would it make you feel better?
I'm not going to give anything away.
Yeah, you have to watch.
I'm not going to give anything away.
Oh,
I'm not going to give
okay.
anything away. Did I know what pitch was coming at one point? Maybe. Did I? Oh, I think I know what he wants to do right here. I think I know what he wants to do right here.
Pitch the show. All of a sudden, you see it lasered in. You know exactly where it's going.
No, because there was a moment, because he was,
Yep.
We're doing full.
Yeah, he did
his windup is sweet.
Was it intimidating?
Yes.
You can see his eyes over the gloves.
So there's a couple times where he was not as serious while he was pitching to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, he's treating me like I'm one of his kids right now. I got it. Then there was a couple where I could feel it.
2 strikes on you, and it's like
I could feel. I'm like, oh, he's fucking taking this one. This like Shane did with the 2 sumo wrestlers when we didn't know when they were going to wrestle or not. And Shane said, this one feels a little bit more intense. And then they went for it. There was like a couple pitches where I was in there and I'm looking at him. I'm like, ooh, I think this is. I think he's really trying to fucking cook this one. I think this is real. I think I'm experiencing real Clayton Kershaw right now. And it's like, this is so cool. But then also like, let's fucking try to make contact here on Clayton Kershaw. And then all of a sudden, I'm not going to give it away. There were some fucking sick pitches coming in.
Dong shot, dead center.
Maybe.
I wouldn't
Should have let you use a metal bat, by the way. Should have brought a metal bat.
Not going to say anything. Don't think it would have mattered. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to watch the boys. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're back tomorrow. We love sports. We hope you do as well. We're in this thing together. Let's never, ever forget that. Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.